Warning, this podcast, website, and associated social media accounts are intended for audiences of legal drinking age. We do not advocate overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. Never drink and drive, drink responsibly. And please remember to always take what we say with a grain of salt. After all, we are just some dudes with some brews.
We started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. The lovers of God with dad bods just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to dudes and brews.
And whiskey, like, it hits different because it's like made with rye, and where bourbon, I can sip. I can sip bourbon.
Not all whiskey's made with rye. Like they
Like,
do specifically rye whiskey because I like to drink a rye whiskey in like a Manhattan.
Right, and they make a bourbon whiskey, don't they? Isn't it like bourbon whiskey?
Yeah, bourbon
and
is
rye,
a whiskey.
Yeah, and then rye whiskey with rye.
I just don't know what makes it bourbon and what makes any of them.
Right.
But I remember the flavor, and I know, like, I like some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it Scotch is a
bourbon.
whiskey? And Scotch is like I kind of like Scotch, but I like it a little watery.
Yeah, I like
I don't
Scotch
take it
with
shots.
cigars. Like, it's peaty. It's real. It's
Yeah.
real.
It's a good sipper.
It's a great sipper. That's why I like
Yeah.
bourbon. Bourbon is a good sipper.
Good sipper.
Yeah.
So bourbon is distilled from a blend of fermented grains, at least 51% corn.
Corn is
And whiskey
Tin Lynch.
Lynchburg. Okay.
aged in hardwood. It's not
Oh.
corn. It's not as much corn. So it looks like to be bourbon, it has to be at least 51% corn.
Okay. So that's kind of
So
like
that's
the
it.
Yeah, that's the threshold, I guess.
What's the difference between like Canadian whiskey and like American whiskey?
I'm sure it
question.
has to do with where the corn or like the grains are harvested, just like with beer.
Yeah, like was it Crown
Like,
Royal?
does that
Crown
make sense?
Royale is a
Yeah.
Canadian whiskey, I believe.
Is it?
I believe so. Yeah. One of my
I don't
favorites
even know anything about it.
is a bourbon, a Woodford Reserve bourbon. It's it's real
Yeah,
tasty.
Woodford's
Pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
Hated whiskey is typically aged in uncharred oak barrels and is often blended with other types of whiskeys before bottling.
Bless you. Okay.
So uncharred barrels, while usually American at least, it's done with American whiskey is also required to age in at least 2 years in order to be labeled as straight whiskey.
Okay.
So 2 years, but usually, if I understand, they're in charred barrels.
Okay.
But heck if I know, I don't drink whiskey, guys.
Yeah, I'm not a huge
You're asking the
whiskey
wrong
drinker.
guy.
Yeah.
I drink beer.
I like it, but I just don't drink it that often.
To me, it's like the temperature has to be at a right point to drink whiskey. Like, I mean, granted, I could put some on ice when it starts warming up, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, when it's cold outside, give me a little bit of whiskey.
Just don't enjoy it as
warms
much,
up.
if I'm being honest.
That's
Because
fair.
it's something that I can't, like... Because I like to drink socially,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just sit here and sip on something.
You can
Like, there's a problem, even when I'm at work, while I'm, like, on the phone, if I'm talking on, like, a call or something, I'm drinking water. Like, I'm doing something with my hands.
I do some with my hands.
And if I'm doing that with whiskey, I'm getting hammered.
Yeah,
Have you, have you not heard of the social sip though? I mean, you can socially sip. You know, have a cigar, a little
Oh,
whiskey.
yeah. But you
know?
gotta sit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
you
said
gotta
he
sip.
can't. He gulps.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
a
a
gulper.
gulper.
That's
He's a
the
gulper.
problem. Okay.
I'm a gulper.
So like to go back to our previous conversation about being a glutton when it
Making
comes to sweets.
Yeah, I'm a glutton. Like, just in general, I wanted to do something with my hands. So, like, if there's something that just, I don't even think about it. Like I said, even just water on a call, like on a work call.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me too.
I'm always trying to figure out what to do with my hands.
Which is funny because, like, my...
You're like, case in point.
Case in point.
Where are they going right now?
No, it's funny because one of the things that my mom said was the most difficult when she would try to quit smoking was the habit of just
Yeah,
doing
hand,
this.
hand to mouth.
Yeah, hand to mouth type
Yeah.
thing. Just like just that habit
Mm-hmm.
was just as difficult as getting off the nicotine itself.
100%.
But so Boomer,
Yo,
you're here with
what
us
do we
today.
got?
So you're our resident hophead.
Yes,
So
Hop Daddy in the house.
I know you like Deep Ellum, so we went with a new one that you haven't had yet called the Hop Seeker.
Nice. Like I
You're
said,
you're a hazy fellow as well. So
yeah, I get down with the haze, and to be quite honest, I didn't even realize Deep Ellum had any other IPA other than the Deep Ellum IPA up until this point.
yeah, this is a New England inspired hazy session IPA. So session is going to be lower ABV,
All
a little bit more sessionable.
What are you seeing?
I don't
Larry?
know. I'm just
Are-
seeing
are
a
you-
character riding a bird.
All right.
And is that like a bowl of soup in his hand?
It
Is
could
this
be.
stew?
I thought it was just part of his beard, but it is. It's a bowl. It's like
Is
is
it-
that ramen noodle?
No, I think this might be Esau. And he's got the stew. His brother
see.
made.
It could be.
Dude, he's holding some stew.
It kind of looks like, yeah, I don't know.
What is he
Davey-
holding on
It's a
to?
bowl of stew.
No, but why?
Cause when you're hungry, when you're parched,
I guess
and you're
so.
hungry, parched and hungry, you can solve 2 for 1.
Check out the raccoon hat, man. Is that like,
Yeah.
Davy Crockett
Yes.
type
Hey,
situation?
he's definitely trying to seek out hops for sure.
Ah,
I mean, that's what he's looking for.
Okay, that makes
all
sense.
right.
In
Yeah.
the with the is it a telescope?
is it periscope?
Like a singular binocular?
Yeah. Unocular?
So it's a unocular? No, that's
I feel like
called
periscope.
telescope.
I think
is- it
periscope is the right
I think a
answer.
periscope is what's in a submarine.
That's a down periscope.
Oh.
Is it not the?
Let's
Because
look
it
it up.
has like a curve and it goes down. It's got like mirrors in there.
I think we're spot on, Larry.
Yeah, I
I
think
really
so.
do. So is he seeking in the right place?
Is he seeking-
Because apparently he found a bowl of noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, look, this bird it has a hop.
Oh, this
That's the
is so. This
answer.
is describing a periscope as what I'm thinking that comes out of a submarine.
Well, what is
What's
Why
in
they
there?
call it a down periscope though? That's weird.
I don't know.
Or up periscope.
What is the terminology for what he is seeking with?
It's not a telescope either.
Dude, where's the TV? Let's see it. We're lost. I'm a visual person.
I can tell.
Here we go.
The TV had to update. This
Yeah.
is dumb stuff. TV's updating.
Here,
No,
yeah,
just
we
skip
gotta put
this.
eyes on it.
Not now.
Okay.
Like, it's just weird. You got to update your TV.
Well, in this day and age,
Like, back in
it's
my
pretty
day-
normal. Back in my day.
Back in my day,
just-
we didn't have operating systems in our TV.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
spyglass.
That is
That's what
the
it says
technical
right
term.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Spyglass, but this is what it shows as a
Nautical.
periscope.
Yeah.
Yes, you're down periscope.
I don't know what the difference
Uh,
is between this versus down, but
Put the word down in front of it. See what it says. Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Yes, that solves the mystery.
there you go, Larry. It's a
I
movie.
knew the
Right
movie,
on.
but I thought that it was also referencing the thing too.
I'd never even heard of the movie, but yeah.
Okay.
So it's
sounded
a
right.
it's a spyglass.
Okay.
It's like a pirate spyglass is what I'm thinking.
So a New Zealand-inspired hazy
It's pretty good.
session.
Oh, look at the original. This is the second rendition. It says here at the top, the second series,
Okay.
series number 2. But
Yeah.
that first
Yeah.
one looks like a little hippie.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first one looks like he's more of a nomad, a wanderer. This one's showing that he's truly a seeker.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's a little more
It's
over the
improved.
target.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little more
it's improved.
direct.
Yeah.
I can get behind it though. It tastes good.
Let's take it. Let's take
I haven't had a hazy in a while.
Mm.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Oh man.
Not too hazy.
Yeah. Hazy for days.
Not too grassy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not chewing on the lawn, which is good. Yeah, I wonder what that
Yes.
is in his hand there.
We all know stew.
Bowl of stew.
That is. Yeah, definitely drinkable. for
Seeking at
sure.
them hops, I think he found them. I mean, it's nice and hoppy.
He found the right hops
Yes.
in the right amount.
That's the key. Mm-hmm.
Dang, I think it's actually really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
it
too.
is.
And being only 5.5%, you can throw these puppies back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because the regular Deep Ellum IPA, it's pretty grassy.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
It's pretty.
I like this one more than the
I do
Deep
too.
Ellum IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be the new go-to with Deep Ellum.
I agree.
Hope it's not just like a limited series.
Yeah, I agree.
But
The original one said it was 7.3 ABV.
Right.
So this one's definitely different.
yeah, they went down.
Oh, the original one was a West Coast. This one's a hazy.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's a Hop Seeker series.
Oh, he's seeking various hops. He's seeking various hop styles.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
It's-
sense.
Yeah, it is.
Way to figure that out there,
Yeah,
Larry.
I
You know,
like the storyline.
dumb not being able to know anything.
It only took 30 minutes of talking about it before
Yeah.
we got to something. Any
Right.
meat on the bone there.
Hey, you know, we figure it out every now and again.
I like it.
So what do you guys got on this one?
Mm.
I mean, I'm kind of digging it right now.
Yeah, and I'm kind of judging based off Deep Ellum, the brewery in itself. I'm kind of not pigeonholed, but I'm narrowing the rating
Okay.
to just Deep Ellum. So
Yeah.
let's see. Let me take another little.
Yeah, you're pigeonholing yourself there, dog.
Yeah, maybe
That's
so.
the definition of pigeonhole.
That isn't. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'm not going to narrow it down as I narrow it down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I'm gonna take that back. Rewind.
So I like all of Deep Ellum's beers. if I was to rank them, like the blonde, the Deep Ellum IPA, the what is the Mexican lager?
The Nito Bandito.
Nito Bandito.
Yeah.
And they have a new one that's the Cadillac Bandito, which just has lime built into it.
Yeah, I know. I think it's got salt too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of breweries are doing that now with the
Dude, just
cervezas.
Yeah.
save the money and just put limes on the side.
Yeah, throw some in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, give me the real thing. You know, I
Yeah,
don't need lime
right.
infused.
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm just saying, like, it gives you the option to have lime or not have lime. So I think it's more versatile if you don't have it.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm not. There's a lot that goes into breweries that I don't know, like behind the scenes cost and stuff. So.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In the moment though, I would say this one. Just thinking about those beers, I'd probably put this one number one.
Yeah.
Out of those.
Okay.
I mean,
I like
in this
the
moment,
Anito. It's probably close to that
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
that used
Yeah.
to be my number one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd put it at, number one for the brewery. Yeah.
All right. So now that we've pigeonholed ourselves,
Versus
Alright,
what's
yeah.
that other one that we talked about earlier? The citrus one.
easy. Oh, I forgot about that one.
The easy peasy. I mean, my mind says the easy peasy's great. Now, granted, I haven't had it in a while,
that's
so
the problem
It's been a
with me,
while.
too.
Yeah.
I'd have to have a
it's that old
side-by-side
saying. It's
comparison.
like I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but I remember the way it made me feel.
Yeah,
Made me feel really good.
Yeah.
that's usually about people, how people make you feel.
Yeah, I know, but that beer made me feel a certain way. You know what I
Like,
mean?
I don't remember what he said, but
I remember how he made me feel.
made me
Yeah.
Yeah, takes me back.
like crap.
I don't know. Yeah.
Made me feel like trash. That's usually what that expression's about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you said. It made me feel like crap.
That's a really good point, though. For me, I think it's somewhat forgettable. I feel like I would
This
kinda,
one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like I would kind of forget about not necessarily like knocking my socks off at this point.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when it comes to rating, I'm gonna come in at 3.75.
A hard 3.75.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
3.75.
was thinking 4.25.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree that it doesn't blow your hair back.
It doesn't
because
blow your
it's,
hair back.
But the thing is goes, it tells me they're not trying too hard,
Right.
and sometimes I like that. I just want beer that tastes
Right.
like beer. Like it just tastes like a good IPA. They're not trying too hard to stand out in the pack. They're just doing straight 2-style beer, and I think they did a good job.
That's another good point. Yeah.
So 4.25.
Okay.
And I actually, in this very moment, remembered when we went there.
Yeah.
Like, just
Oh,
now, I just
really?
like, okay,
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
when
kind
we
of
went
hanging out
there.
on the patio and
Because I do remember their location. They had the little.
They have a cool
outdoor
spot.
area. It's a
Yeah,
pretty
it's a cool spot.
I'm gonna go 4.5. I
Okay.
think I like all their beers. I probably would rate all of them that we just said probably between 4 and 4.5.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
We're giving it a 4.5. We're going to go with the higher score.
okay, let's
Okay.
do it.
Fair enough.
4.5.
Props to Dallas. You got to give. You
Yeah.
went 4.75.
Did I? Well, there you go. I screwed it
I'm
up.
feeling
That's all right.
generous.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
I mean, either way,
Props to
it's
them.
a really good beer.
Yeah.
Great
Uh,
location, great city of Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great designs. You can't go wrong with Deep Ellum.
And
Yeah.
go to the brewery because they're doing small batches
Are they really?
now, where you can get brewery exclusives.
nice.
I know when
Okay.
I talked to Brian, one of the brewers over there, he was telling me all about it, and I keep seeing it on their Instagram now
Okay. Yeah.
about them doing different stuff for just brewery only. So it's real small
Yeah,
stuff.
That's cool.
Nice.
That-
So it's
that
a
I
reason
can
to go
appreciate.
back to the brewery because before I was like, man, I can get all these at home.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a reason to go to the brewery. So now they're giving you that,
Yeah.
which I enjoy,
Yeah.
honestly.
And
Which,
my-
let's
go
be
ahead.
honest, Deep Ellum's a little Gotham City.
It
It's
is
got a
bit-
little Gotham City
it's
vibe.
got a
so
Gotham-
they need to
Gotham
get
City
people to
vibe.
come out.
Yeah.
It's not the Deep Ellum it used to be.
What do you
It's
mean?
just-
Oh, you're talking about like the entire like community, like the neighborhood.
Yeah, the setup, the businesses, the bars, like all of it. It's had its ups and downs, and it's
Well,
just
it goes
got
through
some
crime waves.
yeah, crime waves.
Like that's
Yeah.
what it is.
But I'm just, it gives me Gotham City vibes.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, like the old
dirty,
90s.
grungy, I should say.
Yeah,
Grungy.
dark but
Yeah.
yet colorful.
yeah.
It's like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Criminals that aren't normal criminals, they'll be like Two-Face, the Riddler, stuff like
Man.
that. Yeah. Guarantee you. Voted most likely to find Two-Face or the Riddler is in Deep Ellum.
Is in Deep
I
Ellum.
was gonna say, man, when have you been to Deep Ellum, man? Like
A bunch.
Is this recent? Because that, man, I don't know. That's,
What
it
are you
doesn't-
getting
Well, it
vibes
just
of?
it just doesn't sound too appealing to be in the middle of Gotham City, right?
I mean,
But-
do you know what I'm saying with the Gotham City vibes?
I mean,
It
it's
feels
got a
Gotham
darker,
City.
more ominous
I've
vibe.
always got that.
But
about
I've
it,
always
yeah.
felt that way because of the music venues. The music venues bring a weird crowd sometimes because they have
colorful and
weird
dark
music sometimes. Yeah.
You know, they'll wear like.
And I usually go to like metal shows. So when those metal shows come out, you get some weirdos that like to
makes
go out to
sense.
those metal shows.
Right.
I will say the last few times I've been, man, like I just feel like those are my people. Everybody seems to get along. Everybody's actually super friendly when you're walking by, down the street. Hey, what's going?
Oh, it's not.
But
not necessarily the scariest place in Dallas.
yeah,
But
There's definitely some scary
I
neighborhoods.
see what you mean when you walk into a place like Brick and Bone,
I love
and
Brick
it's
and
like,
Bones.
and maybe bright and sunny outside, and I walk into this place and it's all dark
and dungeons.
Right.
dark and dungeonous.
Yeah.
It's like they have the low ceilings.
They
Yes,
do, yeah.
everything's dark.
Like
but
with
then
the
they'll have
wood. and-
fluorescent lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
dark, but then with fluorescent lights.
Okay, I see the vibe.
Like, it's
the
weird.
Theme.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So go check
I
it
know
out,
we're not
guys.
making it sound great, but if you're
Yeah.
in the Dallas area, you need to go check them out.
yeah, at least check it out. It's like the eighth wonder of the world. You know what I mean?
Deep
Check it
Ellum
out.
the
Yeah.
eighth wonder of the
I don't know
world.
about
Check
that,
Bro, no
Check it
way.
out.
No way. It's
I'm
like
trying to
it's
build
like
them up a little
four
bit.
It's like 4 streets
Yeah.
worth of businesses. So it has a variety, and there's some nicer ones.
Okay.
But then there's some grungy ones. The business themselves aren't necessarily bad. It's just the area and it's the crowd.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the
Okay.
crowd.
Yeah.
Two-Faced Riddler. They might roll through there.
You never know.
Dude, joke. Not even joking.
It's happening.
So you want to get into some games?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know we
So
do.
I saw this video the other day of this guy doing this trick with baseball. I want you to tell me, is this real or is this like video magic?
Okay.
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 So check this out here, because to me this seems, it seems real. It's real sus.
It's too easy to fake stuff now.
It is. With whole AI and everything.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oop. Okay, maybe I can't zoom in. Sorry.
Let's see what we got. Craziest baseball moment of all time.
So you can see that there's nets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him out there. He's hitting every one of them.
Yeah, it's like bouncing off the nets just right, so it comes right back to him.
Oh, yeah.
That's completely real.
I believe it's doable for
Yeah.
sure. But it's also easy to fake.
No, but this many times in a row, where he's hitting the ball directly where he needs it to go, so it bounces off all these. He can just place that ball that easily. Maybe I just don't know enough about baseball.
Dude, I guarantee you most pro players could
That
do
is
that.
awesome.
That's cool.
I'm told that's
Look,
totally
and they threw a
believable.
second ball in.
Oh, he did.
That's why they're going so fast now.
Okay.
So real or fake?
I'm going real all the way.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I'm going to go real.
You going real?
I'm going to go real because it could have been way more outlandish than this.
This just seems
I
crazy
can't
to
see where
me.
the ball's going at first, though. Is it bouncing off of
Yeah.
like 2 of them, or is it just going straight to the net?
So
straight
it's going
back?
right off of this one here. Going boom, boom, boom.
That's totally.
So it's going like a square.
Okay, square. Yeah, yeah.
It takes it a second. You have to kind of follow it, but yeah.
Man, when he throws in that second ball, that's intense.
Dink. Dink. I can hear the bat.
Yeah, but it's like I mean,
That is
I'm not
crazy.
good at baseball, so like placing the ball like, is it that easy to place the ball? You guys played?
I mean, it's not easy, but like I said, a pro is that good.
Yeah. I feel like he could put it where he wanted it.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say it's real.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make
Absolutely.
any sense to me. But I mean, if you can place the ball like that, if it's easier for like high level guys, then okay.
I think it's doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
But-
dude, think about just a normal pitcher can pitch like over 100 miles an hour and place it exactly where they want. Swinging a
Yeah.
bat's easier than that.
I would disagree.
You would
I think
disagree
hitting-
that swinging a bat?
I think hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in all sports.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's the only thing that you do in all of sports. You fail 70% of the time, and you're considered the greatest in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
But listen,
Okay, when you put that kind of math behind
but
it.
look, the pros hit
Yeah.
100 miles an hour, and these balls are switch ups, and they're trying to confuse them, and they still hit them with great accuracy. So you're saying this guy who's just bouncing them off can't hit it with accuracy? When these
Oh, I mean,
guys
possibly.
can 100 miles an hour, this ball's going like what 10 miles an hour?
Yeah, but
coming
I
back?
look
It's
at
like a
that
batting
and I
machine.
say,
yeah, a
you
pitching
know,
machine. You
yeah.
can every time.
yeah, but I look at it and I say, are they in the major leagues? Are they placing the ball where they want it to go, or are they just swinging at it and just hoping for
They
the
place
best?
it where they want it to
Or are they
go.
going, I want this ball to go over here in left field in between the,
Oh, yeah.
the
100%.
third base and this guy because we have a guy over here. I'm going to place
Yeah,
the
I
ball
mean,
over here.
They're throwing knuckleballs, curveballs,
Yeah.
fastballs.
No, but I'm saying like
When it hits it.
When
the hitters. You don't think they're just swinging for the fences every time?
No. They don't swing for the fences. Depending on the pitch, each pitch has certain places that you want to place it.
This is me just not knowing.
So they're trying to
baseball.
place based on the pitch that's coming down. They're processing it. They're acknowledging what the ball's about to do, and they're going to swing at it, and they're going to hit it in a few areas that they know is the safest place for that type of pitch to go.
Okay.
So that's what they process in a half a second. This guy's doing. Look at him. He just kind of. And the reason why I think it could be fake is because like after a while, look at his swing. He just starts swinging over and over, and it's like he's not really trying as hard. So that's why I think this could be fake.
Ball comes in.
But this is very doable. Very doable.
I think it's doable. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I think an average pro could do this.
I don't know about the level of accuracy though, as far as
not.
being a batter and placing it at where you want it. You know, hitting the ball, because I'm thinking either you're swinging early or you're swinging late. You're going left or going right, or
why are pitchers offended when they get hit? Because it's always intentional.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think they rush the plate? Why do you think they risk their whole careers? It's always intentional.
But that's
because
when they
you
get
can
hit
hit
with
the
the
ball
ball,
right
right?
where you want it.
No. It's the other way around, where the pitcher hits the batter, and the batter gets upset and rushes the plate.
That too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Again,
the other way
why?
around.
Because the pitcher has complete control. He can put the ball where he wants it, and if he hits the person, then it's intentional.
Yeah. So we're gonna stay on this
that.
topic here for
Okay.
a second.
Yeah.
So they're changing. It's becoming harder for pitchers as far as like being able to cheat with like the resin or stuff they put on their hands that they'll keep it on their hat or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And some people are saying that because of that, they can't grip the ball as good as they used to be able to. And because of that, they don't have as much control over the ball, so it's putting more batters in danger.
Risk.
Do you think that's true, or do you think it's just somebody wanting to cheat?
I'm sure there's some validity to it. I mean, I wouldn't say putting them in danger. Like,
Well, they're
come
like,
on
I don't
now.
have as much control over it, so now I don't know, like, instead of having a small window that I can normally put it in,
Right.
now that I can't spin the ball the way I want it to because I don't have the kind of grip, my natural hand doesn't have it, I'm putting him at risk of hitting him now because I can't control it as much.
Because I was at a varsity game a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, all it takes is for a batter to call time, step out of the box, and the ump to call time mid pitch, and the batter to step back in and takes one to the chin. I mean, it's close for these kids being on plate to get injured. So
Yeah.
if the pitcher is out of whack the slightest bit, I mean, anything could happen.
Right.
You're talking say 90 mile an hour fastball.
Right. But it's with any pro, if you tweak something that they do, then they're not going to be on their A game.
Exactly.
So there is validity
There's
behind
risk
it's
to it.
dangerous because you're changing up their game.
Right.
Right.
I think
But
so too.
You
it's
just now
like-
got to adapt and get better.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Then
what I
they-
say,
Yeah,
but
I agree.
But initially, yeah, I could see that it could be more dangerous. And then
sure.
I like that they've implemented a pitch clock now. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I haven't
There's like a
seen that.
25-second pitch, maybe it's 30-second pitch clock, where basically as soon as the ball gets back to you, you have a certain amount of time to get that pitch off. If you don't get it off in that amount of time, then it's a strike. No. For the pitcher, it would be a ball.
Yeah, it'd be a ball.
The batter, if they don't get set and ready in time, then it's a strike.
Okay.
They
I
have
didn't
a certain.
realize.
It's a pitch clock, and maybe it's 20 seconds. It's
Wow.
it's not very long.
I mean, baseball games do go a long time sometimes.
They do, but I'm like, can't they just let the guys play? I mean,
Yeah.
they just keep adding rules.
This is think about it. This is America's sport. They've been
It
watching
is.
baseball for a long time. Nobody's complained about the
not
timing.
one time.
Yeah.
No. Let the
Really,
pitcher
because
get
that's
set.
I think the reason why that they're doing it is because of to add pace, because it used to be America's sport, but nowadays think about this. So like I was thinking about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
When you were a kid, how often were you bored?
How often was I bored? Never.
Really?
Crazy question.
Yeah.
No, because like
never.
I thought about it and I go, it was okay to be bored.
Yeah.
Like if you were bored, that's okay.
I'd
Yeah.
find
Go
something
figure
to
something
do.
out.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays don't know how to be bored.
Yeah, that's true.
They're attention deprived. So I can see the attendance of baseball games going down because people are attention deprived and like this game's too slow. I want to go watch something else.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think they're just trying to move with the times.
Okay.
In general, people just aren't playing sports too. People aren't going outside. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the timing is going to help. It might help with TV viewers, but
I honestly don't ever remember being bored as a kid.
really,
I would always find stuff to do.
I do. It's like you kind of brought me back when you said that. I was
Really?
thinking about just being bored.
I'd
Well, 'cause
go.
it's like-
I'd be playing hide and seek or climbing trees outside.
Well, I
or
think
just
of like
running,
I'm riding
bicycles.
from my house to into town, which was 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the back
And I-
seat. Parents are in the front. I'm just sitting there.
And I grew up in the city.
listening
it may have
to
been a
them
little
talk.
different.
Like,
Okay.
I'm not. I could care less what they're talking about. That's what I would say. Being bored or going to
okay.
a doctor's office and sitting
Sitting and
down
waiting.
and doing nothing until the doctor calls you 30 minutes later. You're just bored.
Okay.
Taking a dump.
He used to be boring.
You're just bored.
You're just bored.
No, I mean, I would
Not
read the back
anymore.
of like shampoo bottles.
Not
Like-
anymore. Look.
Yeah. I'm checking my
No,
email.
but I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like, there was just a
Yeah.
lot of times where you're just sitting there bored, and that was okay.
I never put emphasis on being bored while taking a dump as a kid.
No, me
Ever.
neither. Whenever
Or just
whenever
being
I said
bored,
you brought me
period.
back, you didn't bring me back to thinking about taking a dump. You brought me back to like sitting in the hot living room.
Yeah.
And being like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I wish there's something to do.
Really?
Yeah. Mostly as
I
a
hear that all the
teenager.
time, but from my kids.
Gosh.
I hear
Bored.
it all-
Oh
yeah.
man, you want to be bored? Like, do you know what I want to do? Is I want to get. I saw this online where somebody got like a jar or something with like chores in it,
Yeah.
and you're bored. We'll just go ahead and go grab a chore.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll cure your boredom.
Yeah. No, that's genius.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We do it kind of as punishment sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With cards. Draw a card. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
that's your
Okay.
punishment. And it'll be like something like clean the windowsills. Something that never gets done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, when I was a kid, we didn't.
Watch
We
the
weren't allowed
baseball.
to say that we were bored. That was like
That's-
it was a sin.
same.
Yeah.
If I said I was bored, they would threaten to give me something to do.
Exactly.
So then I'm like,
I
all
knew
right.
better.
Yeah,
I knew
better.
better
Just
than to
don't,
say that I'm
don't
Want me to
say
show
it.
you bored?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Never
Pops.
complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So I got another one here for you. This is a another, believe it or not.
All right.
All right.
So read this letter. I want you to tell me: is this letter real or
Dear
is it
Miss
fake?
It already
Jones.
looks a little sketch.
It looks
a little
sus.
So
Dear
read
Mr.
it for
Mr.
me.
Jones.
Okay, read it.
All right. Dear Mr. Jones, thank you for sending in your record attempt for most salmon lobbed at a road sign by Jamie. Unfortunately, this is not a record we're interested in, and besides, for a variety of reasons, we wouldn't be able to accept your record. Not least because the photo, which we've kindly returned, is clearly shopped.
Yeah.
Clearly shopped, and your claim that Trev saw me do it is not is not valid proof. Please note that we're also not interested in the following records you proposed: largest air guitar collection, loudest silence, world's awesomest man. Thank you for your interest in Guinness World Records or the Great Book. You insist on calling it.
There's a lot of sus in this.
I can't.
Is this
I
a
can't
real
buy it.
letter that this guy
I
got
don't-
back, or was
I
he
don't
just trying to
think
be
so.
silly?
I can't
think,
buy it.
I think he's being funny. The whole thing is he found a way to make a joke that he did all those things, and he did it by making it seem like they wrote him back.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't
It's
take the
too
time
easy.
to put all that in there. Like they could tell from his request that,
Yeah.
that it's whack.
You're like, whack. We're not even gonna say anything
oh,
about it.
yeah.
most fish lobbed at a sign by someone named Jamie, and then that fish is not even being lobbed. Like, look at that. It's
No,
obviously
that's so
a
fake,
salmon
dude.
jumping.
Yeah.
And then that person's not his Photoshop. And then to list the
That
other
guy's
one.
not even standing on the street.
Like I think
No.
about like if I was to compose this email to reply to somebody, it would take thought and effort.
And have you-
They're not wanting to put that effort and thought
And have
in.
you ever seen that sign in your life in the States? Never.
It's like a 50 to the
It's like a
state
mile
lines.
marker?
It's a mile marker.
Is
to
that a
the
mile
state
marker?
lines.
I've never seen it
Oh,
listed
usually
out
there's
like
little
that.
green mile markers
Yeah,
in the
that's
States,
what I was
but
thinking.
maybe that's
Yeah.
something like overseas.
I
I
was
mean,
thinking
it
like
is
a,
world
yeah, it's a
records.
kilometer. It's a 50 kilometer. Yeah, that's like British. Dude, that is
Yeah.
so fake.
Yeah, even look at the lighting on this
This
woman.
is-
The background is completely in the sun with no shading, and then look at how shaded
Well,
her
no.
right-hand side of her
That's
body
what, I can't
is.
even tell if it's a woman.
So I don't disagree
Is that Jamie
the
or is that
photo
Mr. Jones?
is shopped. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Guinness
obvious.
calls it out. It's did this person send this in?
No.
Or did they just make this
That is
whole letter
so
up?
easy to fake.
Yeah.
You can type out a letter, print off Guinness World Records.
Oh, come on, it even has a little
I'm
TM
telling you,
trademark
Guinness,
next to it.
They would not go through this effort. They go through this effort for people that they want to, kindly say we reject.
Good job.
And they have a
Yeah.
template.
Oh, okay.
They have a template. They copy.
Oh,
They add
okay.
some things. They go, "Oh, thank you for your submission. We're
Okay.
sorry." These
Why, have
people.
you
This
tried
is like
to
a
send something
No,
in?
no. But I'm just telling you from like a process.
I'm like, that
perspective.
sounds so good.
He knows
I feel like he
because he's
knows.
done it.
If I know, Yeah, because this is my letter. Actually, if I worked for Guinness, I wouldn't custom type a letter for every submission.
Fair
I would have
point.
a template and I would send it. This is custom typed, and they
Process
had to go through
improvement.
the efforts of like typing the details and making sure that you understood all the funny details of the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the indicators.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So,
It sounds like
no.
you're
So
very
they're trying
familiar
too
with
hard
it.
to be funny. That's
Yeah.
what kind of called it
That's
out to
what
saying,
threw it out.
Yeah,
oh, you've convinced me. Completely fake.
Fake.
completely fake.
Fake news.
Completely fake.
Guinness ain't got time for jokes.
No,
Do
they
not
don't.
believe it.
No.
Don't believe it.
The great book, as you called it. It would have to be an employee that was having fun that did that.
Yeah,
they were like
that has
laughing.
access to that letterhead.
Yeah, they're just laughing about it.
All
like,
right,
oh, this is
so
funny.
we're gonna move on to can you get behind that?
All right, let's
now
do
this
it.
is something that I think Brian
Yo.
might be able to get behind.
You think so?
There's these
Man, he's
things.
stereotyping again.
They're
bro.
called floafers.
Oh, I can already tell Brian can get behind it.
I'm ready. Let me see.
They're floatable loafers.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can get behind
They're
that.
like fancy Crocs.
I'm telling you, man. When you're out on the canoe,
Fancy Crocs, dude. Yeah, this
I
is
love it.
this is total Brian, isn't it?
These shoes right here are guaranteed for people who drive sailboats.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Sailboat people.
Or
Thi-
golf
no,
carts.
this is like your stereotypical Chad wears this to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
floatable.
So Brian,
floating loafers. I like it.
floafers.
I love it.
They
Kind of
need
a dumbass
They need
name.
to change the name.
I like it. I could totally get behind it.
Float.
Really?
Yeah. You know, they look, form fitting. They look comfortable, and they
Ooh.
float.
Look at the grip on the bottom.
Look at the
dude.
grip. You're
Look
not
at that.
slipping
You're-
off the dock on
no
that thing.
way. not while floafers are
When
on
you're
the job.
when you're deboning your fish, you don't have to worry about taking a hit.
Floafers.
You
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I could see getting behind something like this for like camp shoes. Like after I'm done like
Absolutely.
hiking, throw on some, like let your feet breathe, throw on some
Yeah.
camp shoes.
You gotta let the dogs breathe.
But I mean, I get
funny.
floafers specifically. I may
Yeah.
just get something cheap.
No,
and
no,
honestly,
right.
that would be
I'm
probably the
getting the
one time I'm
floafers.
wearing Crocs.
Crocs.
Let your feet breathe after a good hike.
Yeah, that's true. So you wouldn't rock the floafers? You
No.
can't get behind them?
I cannot. No.
What
Why
if you're-
would, is there any time that I need to wear loafers that I can't just wear loafers?
Right.
That is the best point.
Because when I'm at the beach, I want to look all nice and fancy. Nah,
with
get
your
out of here.
slacks.
Just,
Yeah.
you're at the beach. You need
Look
to
how
embrace
they-
the beach.
And they've got their pants rolled up, just showing them off.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird
Why are
photo
those
here, but
three guys standing so close together?
That's so-
I don't know. But that
that's
dude's
so
got
many
a
questions.
nice looking calf. and why is his foot like 8 sizes bigger than everybody else's?
There's so many questions.
What's funny is this is a family, and the
You
dad
think so?
and the dad chose to say, "Wait, I gotta
Oh,
show
that-
my best angle."
Yeah.
and he turned around.
He's flexing
And
that
if he
calf
only
muscle.
heard what Joe just
You're
said,
amazing.
he'd be like, "Yes."
Somebody reach out.
That's the reason why he did it. Is for
Yeah.
that comment
Somebody
only.
reach out and figure out whose calf muscle that is.
Yeah.
That is a family. Good call out, Larry.
Because his foot's massive compared to this other
yeah,
dude's
that's
foot.
a good call out.
Well, it's because I think it's a kid.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
kid.
a lot of
Look
sense
how
now.
low his knee is. His knee
Oh,
is to the shin, and you're like, this dude. He's calling out this small man.
Well, at first glance, I just assumed it was like 3 guys, like
Why are these three guys so
3
close together?
Chads.
3 Chads. It's a family, bro. Look
Yeah,
at his
this
knee, his
is
knee
the-
height.
This is the true story of the Rub-a-Dub-Dub 3 minutes.
I can't.
Get out of here.
Oh, but I can get behind it. I mean, you get the family out on the dock with some floafers. Yeah,
And make sure that you don't fall.
yeah,
Yeah.
They got the
I mean,
traction you need.
Like I said, I knew Brian would be able to get behind it.
I absolutely.
So another one for you here,
Yeah, what
Brian.
else you got,
Again,
bud?
this is something I think Brian can get behind. Can you?
Again with Brian.
I can't do this, but
with Boomer.
like, do you guys wear flip flops?
Of course.
No.
Who doesn't?
No.
Oh, I don't like stuff between my toes.
What?
I'll wear slides.
I'm a barefoot brother.
Okay.
I go barefoot.
Whoa,
I'm either
you're
wearing
grounded
shoes
to the earth,
or I'm
bro.
grounded.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like when you're just like,
Alright.
I mean, because at work, since I work from home, I don't put on shoes.
Okay.
I just throw on slides, especially if I have to go outside. Normally, I'm either barefoot or with socks on. But if I want to go outside, I don't want to get my socks dirty. I don't want to get my feet dirty, so I throw on some
But
slides.
hold on a second. I don't want you to bury the lead. Why don't you wear the flip flops because you have a problem with something between your toes? Like what's the issue?
Like
What's the-
so.
yeah.
So no. So
Get
this
to
is the thing.
bottom of it.
Yeah, I wanna-
So I mean, I'll be completely honest.
Okay.
When I wear flip flops, like my feet are not used to having something between their toes.
Okay.
So like my feet, the muscles aren't being used So the muscles, like my feet, start to get sore.
Yeah.
Like just literally because
okay.
you have to like spread your toes a little bit differently than you do when you don't have something between them.
So your feet get sore?
Yeah,
from
my
wearing
feet get
them?
sore, so I just don't wear flip flops and I just wear slides instead. And if
Okay.
I go to the beach or go something like that, I just throw on some slides without
Yeah.
socks and
No, I can appreciate that. Okay.
The
yeah,
slides
I was
float.
just curious. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I'm sure that you wear like some nice leather, real nice flip flops.
Yeah, you have to be the one. You have to be careful about what type you get though. Like if you get the type that you can slide around in, you got to be real careful because you don't want to. Like if I had a pair of Flofers, I'd be fine. But if I get a
they got the
flip-flop,
back.
they got the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if I get a flip flop and it gets wet and I slide out of it, I'm done.
Oh.
You know, you
Well, I
gotta
mean, are
be
you
careful.
like running around in flip flops? Like, why is your foot
Well, just
flying out of a
walking.
flop?
You remember how it was walking through that, the hotel in Florida, like the lobby area. I'm squeaking. I'm
Yeah,
slipping
but I
around.
didn't wear flip flops.
See,
Did
I was
don't
wearing
think I
flip-
had
just
any.
me.
Oh yeah.
You could hear me
Just
a mile away.
Flintstoned it?
No, I think I had tennis shoes.
Oh,
This
see,
dude
that is.
Flintstoned it.
I'm sorry.
He
That's
Flintstoned
garbage.
That's garbage.
Wearing
Tennis
tennis shoes to the beach is
Well, I
garbage.
take them off at the beach. I'm like, oh, time to get off. Take my socks and shoes off.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, but I'm
man.
saying, like, do you walk onto the sand with, like, you walk onto the sand with, like, a bag and, like, a towel or something, and you lay it out
Oh man, he's getting
in
right
tennis
to the
shoes?
point.
Because
Nah,
that's trash.
I carry the shoes.
Now,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
so
I
that
mean-
I don't get sand all over them.
Okay.
okay,
Fair
you might as well
point.
just leave them in the car, but yeah, I got you.
Well, I want to. Well, I don't want to. I want to rinse my feet off, so I want to stay close to the water. So I do have to like kind of come up with a situation.
So you eventually
Yeah,
walk
you gotta come
out
with a
in the
I
plan.
sand
do
with
have to
shoes.
walk with shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah, you have to.
That's garbage.
Dude, I ain't trying to have sand. It's like sand management.
Sand management.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why you just wear like a floafer or a croc or like
Oh, see.
flops or slides.
He's speaking my language on that one.
Because then you get back to
Now-
the house and you just rinse them off with the hose. You're good to go.
Yeah. But again, I go
Yeah.
back to my point about you got to be real careful about what type of flip flop that you're wearing because either you're squeaking or you're sliding.
Yeah.
Like you're slipping around in those flip flops. Never once thought about my feet like hurting from wearing them. I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, your toes are good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
got
don't
them strong
spread,
toes.
I don't spread my toes.
Nope.
Yeah.
What you're describing is, you'll look like an idiot. You're squealing.
I'm
you're
squeaking.
squeaking. You're
I'll
sliding.
never forget.
Yeah.
Walking
You're an
ar-
ass.
Yeah, walking
You don't
around,
wanna be that
walking
way.
through that hotel
Now-
when it's super quiet, squeaking all over the place.
Now it
It's
sounds
so
like you wear
annoying.
flip flops out to the beach, but what about
Yeah.
like do you ever just like casually wear jeans and flip flops? Because can you get behind jeans and flip flops?
I actually can.
I knew
Yeah,
he
I
could.
actually can.
I cannot. I even seeing it, I go, no, that's awful.
I-
I can get behind like somebody wearing like flip flops with like shorts,
Yeah.
but with jeans, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Nah.
I feel like I can at the moment. Larry may convince me otherwise.
I
but
mean, to me, it just looks weird.
Yeah.
So I don't have much of a
I,
convention.
I feel like it's a
convincing-
'90s thing, maybe a 2000s.
It was a
thing.
90s thing. Look
Yeah,
at that guy
see?
on the left.
Ooh,
I guarantee
man.
you, that guy that's walking, he's listening to that Nickelback song.
He's
I'll
listening-
talk about that.
listening to
I like
Nickelback.
beds around your feet.
Yeah,
Look,
I
look at the back
I
carved
take
out.
it back, dude. I take back everything I said.
Dude,
I did not
this
get
is
behind that.
this is you, Brian.
That's
No, it
you.
isn't.
That's you, bro.
That is not me. I can't get behind it. I take it back.
Those are some nice pants, though.
I'm like,
I like the
this
jeans.
looks like
I like
something that you would wear, Brian.
No, to me it's weird.
does.
I'm not saying that to like be mean. That just looks like you right there.
It really
solid
does.
color shirt because you like wearing solid colors.
Yeah, really. It honestly does. Like,
Some
I
nice
would
jeans and some
mistake that
flops.
picture for myself. To me though, the bare feet with jeans is kind of weird with flip flops.
Yeah. It used to be big in the 90s.
Yeah, it was.
It was
big
a
in-
thing.
Yeah, it was. Look at this guy.
Okay, maybe not that, but
Look at that. Look at that shirt.
But that
Tucked in.
that is definitely me. That
no,
one.
this
That's
guy did
definitely-
it
that's
though.
boomer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did it better.
so you
Yeah.
cannot get behind it now.
Now I can't. My mind has changed.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I just don't. If
Nope.
if the shoes you're wearing are uncomfortable, go buy new shoes.
I would agree
True.
with that.
That's
I would
why,
agree
like,
with
when
that. Yeah.
people say like, when I used to work in the office, I would wear like a polo shirt, like
Sure.
some khakis or whatnot,
Mhm.
and like when I was married, my ex-wife would come home and always just change into like shorts and a t-shirt, like comfy clothes.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
yeah,
like,
something comfortable.
if you're not wearing
Yep.
something comfortable to work, then you need to go buy comfier clothes.
I agree.
Like jeans
Yeah.
are like fine to me. Are jeans like uncomfy to
I
you
love
guys?
jeans. Yeah, I wear jeans. Once I have the jeans on, I keep them on. But I don't wake
Yeah.
up and put jeans on in the morning. I put shorts unless.
Yeah.
But if I'm going somewhere, I'll throw some jeans on and keep them on the rest
And
of
then
the
you're
day.
on all day
Okay.
long,
Yeah.
yeah, until
I
it's
love
time
it.
for bed, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't come home and just want to change immediately. My kids are that way; they want to come home and change, and I'm like, why?
Oh, I
Do I need to go buy you
changed-
comfier clothes?
I'm working out. So I'm working in jeans all the time, and I can't wait to get them off.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You need to go buy some comfier jeans.
I mean, tell me which pair, and I'll go get them.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Matter of fact, I actually just went and bought a different pair. So they have the feel of slacks, but they're kind of like the fishing, kind of that soft material.
Yeah, those are the ones that Larry was sliding out of the seat in.
I just went and got a pair, and I was like, I
Are
can
they
rock
Magellan?
these. The Magellan ones, yeah.
Okay, it's probably the ones I have.
To me, would you prefer those or jeans? Like, just curious.
I mean, dude, I wear those things every day.
They're
I
so
love those
comfortable, aren't
pants.
they? Yeah, they're
the
lightweight.
truth.
Yeah,
They're super lightweight.
I went and got a pair for work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wear them for mountain biking, but then I just wear them all the time.
What about those and flip flops? Could you get behind that?
I don't wear the flip. For me personally, no. But I don't look at somebody who's doing it and be like, "Oh, that's a bad look."
That's a bad look.
To me, flip flops in general are kind of a weird look.
Isn't it?
When
Just
I see
no
someone's
matter
feet,
what?
I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to see that.
Okay, so that's your stance. You're just kind of grossed out by the feet.
Cover the foot.
I'm just
Cover
in
the foot,
general.
yeah.
In general, I'm just like, I'm looking at it too much. Somebody's got their feet out. I'm trying to study the curves.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a-
like,
it's a
"Man,
train
that's
wreck."
I'm like, that's a strange foot
It's a
shape.
strange thing
That's
to do.
It is. Everybody's foot's so different.
Yes.
And their toes, and it's just like,
You know,
wow.
some people just get freaked out by feet.
Yeah.
You could be
I'm not
one of those
freaked out
people.
by it. I just am like, if anything, it might be the opposite. I might be too into them. I'm like, oh man,
Too into feet.
what's going on with that foot?
Yeah.
But I do.
Fair
gotta,
point,
It's
fair
funny
point.
we were talking about flip flops and slip ons, and I'm like, oh no, I don't wear them. But I
Yeah.
have to tell you guys, I did make a pair.
What?
I made a pair the other day. Okay, so you guys, do you remember my black Vans that I had that was black on black with the gum soles, but they had the gold little eyelets for laces?
I feel like
They were solid
the black
blacks.
Vans, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, now I wear these.
You tell me you made a pair of flip flops out of those.
I made a pair. I call them Vandals.
Vandals.
But look, you're like right here on this seam.
yeah.
Actually, right here. Well, they're a little different because those ones are like more like the laces come down to the front right here.
Yeah.
But like right there where the laces end, I just straight cut it down.
Dang, this
So-
guy
and they're
made
my-
a pair.
It's my outdoor shoes, so I wear them when I'm mowing the lawn. However, get this, I
What?
kept the back.
See, it's all about the back support.
It is. I
It
needed the
is.
back support. So
Yeah.
basically, imagine like this seam to this seam completely cut out.
But why did you do that?
Just because like I have to, they stay outside all the time, and then I don't want to have to like try to squeeze my foot in all uncomfortably. Now they're slide-ons. I can slide my foot in.
So you just
okay, so
did.
it's
Hold on. I
He
think
made a pair of
I just
Vandals.
I made
saw it.
Vandals, dude.
Well,
I
you
even
basically
call
just
them
took
my-
off the back of
I
it.
call them my Vandal Mandals because they're also mandals.
I see.
But I kept the back. But then, do you know what else I did? I cut 2 holes in the tongue and laced the laces through it so that my tongue stays up like that.
That's sick.
So I truly just slide my foot in.
That's awesome.
and then have the back support.
That's like engineering. That's
Dude,
I've seen these.
101.
I've seen this before. I don't think you're the first person to have done this with shoes.
with the
and-
Vandals or the Vandals?
maybe with Vans, but I think I've seen this before, where it's basically it's a shoe. They just like cut off a quarter of the shoe,
I've probably seen it before too.
like something
look,
like
that's
this.
It. That's the look Vandals,
It
and that's
is.
the same Van I have.
Dude. That is
so
that's what you did, but
that
you kept
I-
the back. You kept the back
But I
support
kept
though.
the back, so it's kind of like a woman's sandal. Because you know the women's sandal have that
Yeah.
back piece.
They're
Yeah, that's why I call them mandals. Because it's like you got to represent. These are for men, though.
Yeah, you're just cutting a quarter of it off and taking off the back of it.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
then my
still-
foot just without even any hands, no hands, doop doop.
But I'm
Yeah.
still confused. Why would you cut half the shoe off?
Well, dude, they're my outdoor shoes, so like
Because they were like destroyed already. Like
yeah, and it's like imagine that shoe's
Smell like dog
collapsed.
or something?
So every time I need to go put it on, I'm like
Oh.
it's taking 2 hands, it's effort.
Oh,
Well, because that canvas in the Vans, like after time,
Yeah.
it becomes real
Right.
thin and like real floppy.
It
and
wa- it
like,
is totally
it just,
floppy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it just kind of caves in on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
it's just hard. It's like it definitely takes 2 hands to get it on.
Yeah.
Now it takes no hands. I
no,
slide my foot
slide
in,
it in.
and I ease it, weep, 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 and then the heel goes in.
Oh,
I'm locked and
man.
loaded,
Locked and loaded.
ready to mow the yard.
I think this guy needs a pair of those Flofers.
no.
I really do.
dude, just I mean, I guess you can mow the yard in this because it's still got the closed toe
That's true.
versus like flops
You don't
or
want
like
to lose a toe, man.
What's funny is Charity asked me if I was going to cut the toe out of him. I'm like, no, dude, no way. That would look too stupid.
to cut the toe out.
Yeah,
That's
she
what-
asked me.
That's what I
I'm
was
okay.
thinking is that you cut them into like flip flops, and I was like, what? This dude right
The
here.
idea was at first, and then once I started doing it, I was like, I'm going to keep the back. But I
yeah.
was going to just cut the whole back.
Yeah, which
sides.
is what
Or
this
you
guy
can
did.
slide in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True vandals.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think I had seen this somewhere online. So yeah, this is it.
That's hilarious. That's the exact shoe I have too.
I'm kind of blown
That
away
that
by it.
same style. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
same, that low profile van.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I figured, dude, you guys crushed that Top Secret. So I said, let's do another IPA.
I kind of want to go back and rate that one again.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let him-
Well, it's a 4.75 in total for
Yes,
us. So,
I'd go 4.25.
so
I
this
didn't wanna
is
do Deep Ellum
Saint
dirty.
Arnold's Art Car.
Yeah.
IPA.
Art car. All right.
had
What do we
this
got
one.
on this guy?
Have you had the Art Car?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So this
Because
is
they do a few different IPAs.
It's that Walmart special right here.
Okay.
Oh, is it really?
Really? This is
Well,
the
just
patron
no matter
saint.
where you are, you go to a Walmart, they have Saint Arnold.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
okay. Yeah, the
At least in
patron
Texas.
saint of brewers. Yeah, is it a Texas thing?
Yeah, they're out of Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
H-Town.
Yeah. It's a very hoppy American IPA coming in
Oh.
at a whopping 7.1.
That's a Westie right there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's definitely a West Coast.
I like the color of
I
it.
do too. I'm kind of liking the color of it.
If I remember correctly, this one's a lot more grassy. I haven't had it in a while.
Let's see what we got. Okay.
That's funny you searched Vandals. I just noticed that. I thought you just found a shoe and it said Vandals on it. by
He
chance.
actually
No, I searched
Googled,
it.
Yeah,
That's
searched
hilarious.
Vandal.
Well, because I think I've heard that term, and that's what made me go, wait, I think I've seen this somewhere. On like some
So
random
it's a
video
van,
on
so it's
Instagram.
a Vans thing then. It's not even just like a shoe thing. It's like you cut your Vans that way.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And it's probably this video is probably the only one I've ever seen,
Yeah.
and that's what. And you just like sparked that random memory.
Wow.
You're onto something, Larry.
Yeah.
Engineering again.
That's it.
So yeah,
Process improvement, dude.
yeah, improving the process there
Mm-hmm.
for sure. So instead of throwing old Vans away, make Vandals out of them. Because I know I've got 2 or 3 pairs in there that I just don't want to throw away for some reason, but I don't need to be wearing them anymore because they start to like fall apart. Where like on the edge, your toes starts to like bust out of them,
Yeah.
or something happens.
Yeah.
My toes start to bust out at the side or the front. And that's me. I got weird feet, I guess.
My feet blow out shoes too.
Yeah.
But Vans usually not as much, but yeah.
I lost a pair today, actually. R.I.P.
Oh no.
I literally blew out the bottom sole today, and I was just like, I tripped going up the stair because I tripped on the sole.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no.
It's coming down from the bottom,
Oh,
I was like, man, R.I.P. You
Yeah.
know.
You pulled a President Biden
I pulled a Biden. I pulled a
up the
Biden.
stairs.
Yep. Dude, I gotta say, I'm really liking this beer so far.
I was gonna say, what do you think about the Art Car? It's kind of a dumb name. I'm gonna be honest. but-
Yeah, I mean, they're not blowing my hair back on by the can by any means, but the beer's good.
I mean, it's got your Saint Arnold on it, so
I
that's
like the
normal.
can.
Do you?
Yeah, it's got the same theme that it always does. Saint Arnold with the, what do you call it? The glass. What do you call it in like a church?
Oh, the
glass?
yeah,
Stained glass with the stained glass feel in the background.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is a little bit more stylized though. Like it's not the same Saint Arnold if you search what he looks like. But look how big his left hand is compared to his head.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice
That's
that.
a big old mitt right there.
It is. Well, it's because it's holding the state of Texas.
Yeah.
It's a big old hand right
Saint
there.
Arnold.
Mm-hmm. That's
Gotta
cool.
give it up for the Saints. See,
I'm
they
like,
do
I feel like it
pretty
always
cool,
looks
actually.
similar.
dude.
He's
come
just not
on
wearing
now.
that tall hat.
Look at it. You're
That's
trying to say
way
it's
different.
similar. That's way different. This guy's got
Yeah.
a tiny little head.
Dude,
This is
I'm
like
just
a
seeing them all
stylized-
doing this. They're holding a beer with his hand out.
It's the
like
same pose,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a different stylized art.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. Have you ever stared at a painting and kind of moved around and watched the eyes of that painting follow you
Yeah.
around? Look at what the
Do you know why it does that?
Look at the eye of Saint Arnold.
Dude,
It changes. It follows you.
Do you know why the
I'm not-
why
See that?
why it follows you around?
Why?
Because they're looking at the camera. You just look
You
at the
think
camera.
so?
That's it. You just look at the camera, and no matter where you move that image around, they're looking at the camera, which is what you're focusing, which
yeah,
is
it's
what's
all
focused on.
perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm
Not following you around. This
But
guy
this-
must have been having a little too many sandwiches while he was.
you see what I'm you see what I'm seeing though?
I'm not seeing it, dude.
No, neither
Look-
am I. He must have ate a sandwich before he came over
It may
here.
have.
Was it
but the
a
color of the eye
mushroom
changed.
sandwich? Magic
No, I
mushroom?
say this because in the show How I Met Your Mother, anytime they reference like smoking weed, they talk about eating a
Oh,
sandwich.
eating a sandwich. Okay.
Because he's the whole show is he's telling a story to his kids, and he doesn't want to tell his kids that they got high.
Gotcha.
So anytime
Oh,
like
so
they're
yeah,
you
that's
can see
right.
them getting high, and they've got this giant sub in their hands.
yeah.
Instead of like a bong or
Yeah.
something.
What are you seeing, Larry?
So that's just a joke.
Just not
Sorry.
seeing the eye moving, dude.
You not
Yeah,
seeing
neither
it?
am I.
Look at this one.
It's the same. I feel like I gotta disagree with you to move on. Yeah. Oh, it looked at me. He actually winked at me.
He winked at you, bro. I told you. There's something magical in this can. Oh,
hilarious.
All right,
But it's
so-
definitely a stylized art, though.
Okay.
It's supposed to look like street art. Even what he's wearing, you see how it's got more of a hoodie vibe to it.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to- and then the background is stained art, but look, it's all graffiti. It's like the graffiti street art instead of the stained
Yeah.
glass, broken glass.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of do the old man. And
Even
look
the
at it from a
even the
distance.
text. Look at the
Yeah.
lettering. It's all like
What do you call
urban
that?
art.
I mean,
Urban art. Yeah. Yep.
I guess it is a little bit more stylized. A little
Mhm.
bit.
a little bit. I wish I had a side by side. You gotta when you put this up, you gotta clip it and do this compared to like that face and be like, I guess
Like-
it's-
Do it.
and be like, it's the
I guess
same.
it's close. I guess it's close. Check it out.
I mean, it's different, but it's the same at the same. I mean, at the same time, it's the same.
It's the same
It's the
pose.
same.
It's the same.
I mean,
face,
it's the same character,
guy.
just
yeah.
like a different
It's all
artist
the
did it.
same,
Yeah.
just a little
Right.
different.
Well, like I get it. So I see what you're saying as far as saying it's more stylized.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that St. Arnold's does that I've always wanted to try, they do a root beer, just like a regular old, not a hard root beer, just a regular old root beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard it's the best root beer on the market.
On the market.
What?
I've seen it, but I've never had it.
I didn't know
I need
they
to try
were
it just to
weird.
see if it's any good.
I rarely buy soda, and
Yeah.
then so it's like me buying a soda's here, me buying a root beer is even less. The
Lower
odds
than
of me.
that.
So
ever
if you
having
buy
one
a
of
soda,
these-
what do you?
I would try
What's
that.
your go-to?
Depends on what I'm feeling. I don't really like a lot of soda, and when I'm eating meals, I don't drink. So like I drink. Is that not weird? I don't
Dude,
drink.
your
so
reaction
weird.
was
I don't
the
drink
same.
until I finish eating. I eat everything and then I chug my
What?
water or whatever. I don't eat and drink at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't.
How long has this been going on?
It's not like I won't take a drink, but I just
Bro, you
choose not to.
You act like he's on drugs.
I
I
know,
mean,
right?
are you like
Okay,
intervention
bro?
or something?
I feel like I forgot about it. You told me that, and then I forgot about
You
it.
just next time we eat or something, pay
I'm
attention.
gonna pay attention.
See if I drink anything.
He-
So I
So
don't
he
even
probably
drink.
drinks before and then after.
Yeah, exactly. I'm drinking water all day.
Okay.
So then if I'm thirsty, then I'll just drink some water. Now, I do like a soda or something would be a good dessert sometimes after a meal.
Yeah, that's fair.
I never have soda at my house.
What's your go-to though?
I don't have a go-to. Depends
don't?
on where I'm
Really?
at. A lot of times, like Chick-fil-A, I get Powerade. I like Powerade.
Wait, they
Okay.
do
Soda.
Powerade at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
blue
know that.
Powerade.
Oh, I know they do
Blue
blue
Pa-
Powerade at
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Yeah, that's our
Yeah,
jam.
Whataburger, I get Powerade too. But then sometimes I'm like, ooh, I'm
It's a
kinda feeling
hydration
an
hitter.
orange soda.
Yeah.
You know, an orange soda's good. I like cream sodas, so I like.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of
I'm not
cream soda.
against root beer, but
I would
know,
try
I like
this.
a Big Red or something like that.
Dang.
Really?
So
Pepsi, Coke, like I like it
yeah,
all. But
okay. I would definitely try this.
What's your go-to though?
So, Sprite's my go-to, but Dr. Pepper, I would, it's kind of my pastry, my treat.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper's good.
The last
Yeah.
time I had a Dr. Pepper, I said, "Man, this tastes like I'm eating cake. It's so sweet."
That's why it's a dessert.
It was
Yeah.
so sweet. It was so sweet. I was like, I don't even want this.
Really?
We usually do ginger ale,
oh my gosh.
and
Who
we do
who does ginger ale?
we do.
You and your family?
Yeah, I usually have ginger ale in the fridge normally. Like that's our go-to soda. It's low, and I usually do a different brand that doesn't have real sugar. It does stevia instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, no,
Because
that's fair.
because it's not as sweet.
Yeah,
It's not near as sweet. It's not because I like the alternative of sugar. No, I have enough sugar as it is.
yeah.
I don't do a lot of sweet drinks. If I'm out
okay.
at a restaurant, I'm usually getting lemonade if they have it available.
Oh yeah, that's a good go-to.
Just get in the water.
Yeah.
Really? Even
get
at
in the water.
a restaurant,
Yeah.
you're not going, hey, if I'm gonna spend the time to have this treat, having
I
a
go
meal at a
water.
restaurant.
I go water.
Especially
Really,
'cause-
I'm gonna
'cause
treat
then-
myself. A
I
little
enjoy
bit.
the food, man.
Me too. I go up on the food and I skim on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Go
get
up on
lemonade, or I mean, obviously, if they have craft beer, I'll get a beer. But
Yeah.
if normally
Yeah.
it's lemonade.
I'm like Larry though. I don't drink a whole lot of soda.
especially at
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, that fresh squeeze lemonade.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And it may not be fresh squeeze, but it's got pulp in it, so it
it's
makes
fresh.
me think about it.
It's
Mhm.
fresh.
Yeah.
They do it legit.
Yeah, I'm like you. I don't drink a whole lot of soda. I purposely tried to cut it out, because it does have so much sugar in it.
Yeah.
But when I do, like I said, we'll drink a Sprite. Or
I like
Dr.
Sprite.
Yeah, I love Sprite, but definitely ginger ale. I'm not sold on that.
See, there's something with me
Yeah.
in clear soda that makes me, and this is all in my
Yeah,
head. I know
me
it's
too.
not.
I know where you're going with this.
It just goes, oh, it's better for you
I
than this
agree.
stuff with all this caramel color, and I know it's
Yep,
not.
Me too. That's how I feel
I mean, it's.
about it.
I guess they're usually low caffeine, if not zero caffeine at least.
Yeah, low or zero.
So maybe
Sprite.
that's the reason why I think it's better for you, but it's really not. It's got just
It's
as
a
much sugar
mental
as everything
thing.
else does.
Yeah, I feel like it's better for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I want to try that though. I didn't know they made root beer.
So I need to try the root beer. I think it. I mean, I'm sure it's good. Not that I drink a lot of root beer, which root beer is usually a little sweet too. So I'm sure I won't like
It's
it.
usually very.
Yeah, I like
very
root
sweet.
beer. I like it. I like all sodas.
You
But
just don't get them very often. Yeah.
don't drink them that often. I don't
So-
eat a lot of sweets.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't hardly
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I have sweets in the house, I'll just eat them all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a glutton. I can't.
I'm more of a
Control
savory.
myself.
I like salty kind of. You know,
It doesn't
just
matter
not
what
a
kind of
sweet
snack
kinda-
it is.
Yeah,
It can be pretzels. It can be beef jerky.
yeah.
It
salt,
can be
salt is my
Oatmeal
kryptonite.
cream pies. It can be like moon pie. It can be whatever the hell it is. I don't care what it is. If it's something I can snack on, I'm snacking on it.
Again, it's the hand to mouth.
It's a problem. Like
It's a
when I go in
problem.
the in the middle of the day, I'll go, "What do I have in the fridge for leftovers?" Because I'm bored and want to eat something. I got a problem.
Yeah, have you considered
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes? Just saying, it's a good alternative to eating.
Wow. Smoking cigarettes.
I should do something, man, like vaping or something.
No, you shouldn't.
Get that popcorn lung. You know, it's better
Yeah.
than getting this fat gut.
Golly.
It's like, I've always wanted to smell like cigarettes everywhere I went.
Right.
Hey, man, I grew up in a household where my mom smoked inside.
Me too.
So, like, the
Me
first
too.
time somebody said something was like, "Man, your jacket smells like pure smoke," and I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I grew
Like
up smelling
nowadays,
cigarettes.
Yeah.
I can smell it from a mile away. I can smell it when the guy next to me in the car driving down the highway, their windows up.
I know.
I can smell it.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Me too. What's crazy is that everybody used to smoke cigarettes.
I know.
So it's weird that like everybody used to stink like that because it is a stink.
Yeah,
and
it's got a
it is
smell to
so
it.
strong. You do
Yeah.
it one time, you smoke one cigarette,
And
and
you're
then
like
it's
the rest of the day.
You're like walking into a room, like the Peanut Crew. What's the kid with the blanket that had like that?
Oh,
Like that's it with cigarettes.
it's not Lionel, is it?
It might be Lionel.
Oh yeah, that's got the like fog around them all the time. Yeah, that
it's
wonk,
like
wonk.
weird that cigarettes do that. That the smell is that stout, and it used to be normal.
It is crazy
Like,
to think
so
how
many-
many people smoked cigarettes back in the day.
When I was a
You know what
kid,
I mean?
my mom smoked, and everybody I knew smoked.
Yeah,
Even
same.
when I was in high school, I smoked cigarettes. Everybody smoked cigarettes.
Same.
Pigpen.
Pigpen.
Really?
I mean, the name makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look.
But I know what you mean about looking or feeling like Pigpen.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, cause like, which granted he's cut down a lot. He may have stopped. I haven't seen him smoke in a while. But my brother used to smoke.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
And we would
Pigpen.
when we would go to like go over to his house to watch football games, go outside to smoke. I'd go out and just chat with him. Well, I'm out there with him, so like when I come in, it's no big deal. I don't
Right.
think about it. But if he goes out there by himself and then comes in, I'm like, geez, you just brought this whole cloud
Right.
Wow.
with you, and I'm like, it's like
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
because,
such
like-
a stout smell.
because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it was smoking or non-smoking sections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Smoking,
you
yeah.
just didn't think about it.
Yeah. And we
Place
were
all
always in the
smelled like
smoking.
smoke. Like didn't think
Send
about
me
it.
and my mom would be like, take me and my kids to the smoking section.
Yeah.
She'd take me to the
Same
bingo
here.
hall, and I'd hang out there at the bingo hall, and I'd leave with my eyes so bloodshot from the smoke. Because
Wow.
there, they had the smoking section was like a fishbowl.
Oh no.
And then you'd be in there clouded out, daubing some bingo
Oh, so it
things.
would really be cloudy.
Dude, it was legit
Oh, no.
because you could see it was like a glass room compared to the other room. You go in there, and I'm not joking. When I leave, my eyes would be so red, it'd be just burning from the cigarette smoke.
Dude,
That's how my mom did me.
I've only experienced that
Wow.
once.
Yeah.
Or I should say at one
Was it like an airport?
location. I was there a handful of times. It was here in, I think, Denison off of Parkway called, it was a little place called Break Time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Dude, that
I
place
remember
was smoking, and like there was a guy I worked with that would play music up there. Dude, I'm telling you, you think you're close smoke after like camping with bonfires and stuff?
Are you
Nah.
serious?
I feel like I had to wash these clothes like 3 or 4 times to get the smoke
I
out of
know.
these things.
Wow.
Because it was a small venue, the low drop ceilings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they would just smoke that place out
That's
like
normal.
no joke. Where it was like it's almost like there was a fog machine on at all times.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's weird that
It's
was
crazy,
normal not that long
yeah.
ago. Imagine playing instruments with a cigarette in your mouth and burning your eye. They'd be like,
Dude,
Oh,
look at the
man.
expression on people's faces when they're playing guitar smoking a cigarette. Their
Yeah.
eye is
clenched.
burning.
It's clenched the
It's
whole time.
clenched.
Yeah, their eyes clenched.
Clenched,
Uh,
dude. And it was
the-
normal. They
Yeah.
just endure it.
Yeah.
It's what it takes to smoke, man.
So like
It's a man sport.
the drummer for the Toadies,
is.
I used to see him smoking a cigarette and playing the drums at the same time.
That seems like hell.
And I'm like, how the hell do your lungs are phenomenal.
Well, yeah.
Let
your
me
eye- to
spell
me,
it
I
here.
would say his eyes are phenomenal.
Yeah.
How's he still
the
seeing
eye.
out of that left eye or right eye?
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking like puffing and like playing drums because it's very intense.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot of cardio to play drums versus playing the guitar, I would say.
I can imagine.
But this dude, I used to
And
see
he's
him with a
always smoking a
cigarette in his
cigarette?
mouth.
Yes.
I mean, he may not do it anymore because he's older now, but when I saw him when he was younger, dude, I swear, that dude had a cigarette in his mouth playing the drums outside in the middle of 110-degree heat.
Dang.
I'm like, I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't see it. Cigarette smoking seems like something you do to relax and enjoy yourself. When
Yeah.
you're drumming, are you really relaxing?
You're not relaxing. No
You're
way.
the opposite.
You're the
No, that's where
opposite.
you're like pure addiction.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's the epitome of an addiction. Of I can't play drums
Yeah, I can't
for
play a show without
an hour
smoking a
without
cigarette.
having a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's
back to the Saint Arnold's
Yeah.
Back
Let's
to
get
Art
it.
Let's-
Car IPA. What do you guys got on this? I'm actually feeling it,
I'm
even though
feeling it.
I like the hop seeker a little bit more. Because we're doing IPAs. I'm kind of feeling it.
I am too.
I am too. We kind
I'm
of
liking this
pre-gamed
one.
with it once I
Yeah.
got that IPA rolling.
Yeah, same. That's
Dude,
how I'm
once you
feeling.
start with IPAs, you just gotta do IPAs all night.
I agree. Hop
Just
Daddy.
wreck that
in the
palate
house.
all night long.
Wreck
Wreck
the
it.
palate. Wrecking crew.
Wreck it, dude.
You know, hey, the,
Yeah.
the wrecking crew's back in the house.
I don't think it's as good as the hop seeker, so I'm thinking a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with 2 to 4.
I'm going for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hop Seeker with the head-to-head battle. Hop Seeker definitely smashed Saint Arnold.
Yeah, the hop seeker was just that much better, and I think it's because it's this one I can taste. It's a little bit higher in ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like mad at it by any means, but it does taste higher than 5.5%. So it
Yeah,
makes
it
me,
does.
I don't know, subconsciously I'm like I don't need to smash these back quite as quickly. But
It's a little
Yeah.
crazy.
got a couple things here for you.
What else you got?
So things that we didn't know that we needed.
Okay.
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 So how often do you guys get out of church and go, man, I really like to get something to eat. Let's go get lunch.
Every
I'd
week.
really like to have some Chick-fil-A, and then go, WTF? I can't have Chick-fil-A because it's
It's
closed.
literally weekly. Yeah.
I wouldn't say weekly because I have said it before, and it's like, no, we can't go. It's Sunday. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
happened to me. quite
Well,
a
this
bit.
dude has an idea. So hear me out.
Ooh, I'm kind of thinking of an idea myself, but go ahead.
Okay.
Hear me out. There's a food truck that sells chicken sandwiches. I'll park it next to Chick-fil-A, and it'll only be open on Sundays, and we'll call it Side Chick.
Ooh, that's kind of what I was thinking, but a little different.
Like, even the name is fire.
Yeah, the name
Side
is fire.
Chick, but what I was thinking is you go Saturday evening and you buy tons of Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
sandwiches, and then you just have
Sell
them.
it on
Oh,
Sunday.
you just hustle.
You hustle
So
'em.
you
Yeah.
be that guy that walks around and tries to sell that
The
banana
scalp-
bread.
Well, it's like scalp tickets.
Have you seen that
Sure.
guy?
Oh,
Buys it
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
that-
Yeah.
Drug addiction
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
I've seen it. But yeah, I'm thinking like, yeah, you're going around, you're trying to get tickets for the game, and you got somebody just standing out front, ready to go.
Scalping.
Here you go, scalping chicken sandwiches
So you're scalping them. That means you're selling them at a premium.
at a premium. Well, on Sunday,
I'm
that's all
making
you
money
got,
off
bro.
this. Come on,
Yeah,
now.
you're talking 300% upcharge.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be an upcharge. Yeah.
Yeah.
300% though. I
Yeah.
was spending $30 on a sandwich.
$30
Like,
for a
what?
chicken sandwich on Sunday, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, 300%. So, like, how much is it? Like $6?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just taking $10 for a meal, so $30.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
$30, man. If you get
Can
the
you get
meal.
behind that?
Not that.
Do we have other options on Sunday for chicken?
What you do is you
Popeyes?
buy
Popeyes?
their,
Yeah.
or you go there and you actually buy them frozen. You say, I want
Yeah.
100 chicken sandwiches. Don't cook them. And then they're like, what? Don't cook them. And you yell at them, do not cook them. And then you say, and then give me some fries. Don't cook it.
I want to say there's like a
Wow.
a health department problem with that, but yeah,
Man.
go
I mean,
ahead.
I think it's pre-cooked. I bet the chicken's pre-cooked.
Oh, it's pre-cooked and just
frozen.
like a flash frozen. Okay.
Yeah, and then they just fry it.
And they flash fry. Okay.
And they fry it. The thing that makes them special is they fry it in like peanut oil instead of like regular
Right.
oil. That's what
Okay.
makes it taste so good and make
Yeah.
it quote
well,
unquote
you,
healthy.
Somewhat healthy.
you know why the McDonald's fries are stereotypically better than other fries?
No.
It's fried in beef fat.
Oh, okay. I have heard that before.
You're
but
like,
I
man, that
forgot.
sounds. You're like, no wonder.
I had no
Right.
idea.
I've heard it before.
So the
but-
oil does make a difference.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's like you just buy all their products, and then you have a little fryer, and you sit out front with your side chick, and you fry it up. What you want What you want a number 2? Do you even hijack their drive-through where you somehow hack it, where they still go through the drive-through, but you're on the other side with your food truck?
will you be wearing flip-flops while you're doing this?
Honestly, that's it. So they have a drive-through lane, and they have like the passive through traffic lane.
Yeah.
You park your truck in the through traffic lane.
Yeah.
And the passenger's just the one getting the food.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Come
the
on
answer.
through.
This side chick Sunday.
And you pull one of those moves where like you just have a guy sitting out that stands outside next to the menu
Yeah.
with like a tablet and orders it and
Yeah.
does it for
with
you.
a Chick-fil-A gear.
It goes straight to the truck and just go, hey, you're gonna have to go get it to side chick when you get up there to the front.
To the side chick.
I love it, man.
I was thinking ghetto, like until you can hire somebody to work for you to do the tablet, you're
Yeah.
gonna just have to duct tape like a walkie-talkie on their menu board.
Hey, this is Side Chick Sunday.
You're making it sound fun.
Side chick Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dude.
Yeah, with the
It's a
walkie-talkie.
lucrative business.
It is.
It's gonna take off.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I will say for real though, like somebody post up a chicken sandwich food truck like right there next to. I mean, especially here in Sherman because they have that giant parking lot in front of Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Just post up there in the parking lot.
On Sunday.
Everybody that comes through that goes, oh man, I can't. Oh, you know what? Here we go.
Yeah. Here's the solution.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a chicken sandwich food truck is a good idea anyways because it's a
Yeah.
simple menu. You can just
Yeah.
keep it simple, make chicken sandwiches.
I agree.
Maybe
I mean,
fries, and that's the only thing that you cook
that's
there.
it.
That's what they do with like Cane's.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It's chicken strips. You know
toast.
what? Let's throw it on a bun and call it a sandwich.
And then special sauce and Texas toast.
yeah.
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 So making it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Is
I
the,
agree.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
It's
a KISS
slogan,
method.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kiss. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Keep it simple. It's a way to make your product the
So you
best.
didn't know you needed it, but you need that side chick.
You
Yeah.
need it.
You need that side chick.
Yep.
So another one here for you. This is something that I think I can get behind, Larry. It might be more difficult for you because you're married. I don't know that your wife would get behind this, but
Let's see what we got.
medieval cookware.
Mm.
So this is something you didn't know that you needed.
I
You
like
need that
it.
that Excalibur, like frying pan.
I really like it.
Makes me think
Yeah.
of the Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the
Yeah.
Stone. Yep.
Home invasions, no more.
Yeah.
Grab that puppy off the stove and dink.
Man, what was
Now
that?
that's
Golden
like
Corral.
what is it?
What was that? The commercial Golden Corral. They're like they get hit with the frying pan. They're like, all of a sudden, I need to go to Golden Corral.
Oh,
what?
dude.
Yeah.
It would take a hit and hit the frying pan
To go there.
to want to go there.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I used to love going when I would like whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, buffets
I
are my
enjoyed it
jam.
too. Yeah, I enjoyed
The
it
older
too.
I get, the more I'm like, these are disgusting.
Yes.
And the food is just frozen,
Mm-hmm.
and the clientele.
Yeah, that was a weekly.
I mean,
it was
I gotta
a weekly
ask you
event for us.
one question, only.
Go ahead.
And this is gonna be. I'm sorry to have to ask this question, but I go. Have you ever seen a dime piece at a buffet? There's a reason why dime pieces don't go to buffets.
That's a valid question, Larry.
Valid point.
It's a valid point.
Have you ever seen somebody that you would allow to watch your kids at a buffet?
No,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's sketchy characters. It's
Yeah.
Gotham City 2.0.
It
It's
is.
Deep Ellum 2.0.
It's no,
Gotham
I don't
City.
see it. See, this is where I would disagree with you.
buffet.
It makes me think of it's. I would say if we're gonna compare it to a like an environment, I would say it's the Wall-E environment. Not environment. What do you call it?
No,
I
I'm
don't
picking up
know.
what he's putting down.
What do you
Wall-E.
mean, Wall-E, the robot?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
robot. Because what do you see? Big dudes in
When he goes up to the
in
spaceship.
wheelchairs,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
not wheelchairs, in like those little.
Those
Yeah,
hover chairs.
little
What do they call
hover-rounds,
them?
little
Yeah,
hover-rounds.
hover round.
Yeah.
hover
Everybody in a little
recliners.
hover round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Is that
That's
the
the
vibe? Is that the
clientele.
vibe you're
Yeah.
getting? The clientele.
Yeah. 100%.
I hate saying
yeah.
that, but that's
I know.
that's.
It was
that's what
actually
is.
in our weekly rotation at the place I used to work. It was like La Mesa, Golden Corral,
Golden
like
Corral.
yeah. It was a weekly.
Bro.
It was a weekly rotation for us.
That's wild.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been I've been in the last 5 years, and I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, I'd hit the salad buffet.
Even the Chinese buffets, I'm like,
I've
not a
been.
fan.
I'd rather go to a Chinese buffet because they at
Yeah.
least have sushi,
Yeah.
even though it's not the best sushi.
Right.
It's not. It's California rolls only.
It is California.
Yeah.
Well, no, they'll have. If you go to a good one, they'll have some good mix-ups.
Okay.
I mean, there's a variety.
But again,
Golden
it's all
Corral.
frozen foods. It's all frozen stuff with. I mean, it's all flash frozen. That's all it is.
And
Yeah, doesn't seem healthy.
let's say that you were going to pay for my food, I'd go.
okay.
Let's be real.
To Golden Corral?
I'm not like
Yeah.
completely
No.
against it.
Right.
I don't
I'm
think
just
he'd go to
like,
Golden Corral, but to
I
a
wouldn't
Chinese
waste.
buffet,
Yeah, 100%. I go to
I
Chinese
just
buffet.
wouldn't waste my money on Golden Corral.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like you when I was a kid, dude. That was my jam.
dude, when
You
I
know
was a
what
kid,
I mean?
you get pizza and mac and cheese.
Yeah, you get
and
all of it,
chicken
whatever you
strips,
want. Yeah,
Like
you get all of
Salisbury steak.
Yep.
Salisbury steak. You got that as a kid?
Dude, I love Salisbury
You
steak.
ate
Even as an
Salisbury
adult,
steak.
I like Salisbury steak.
What is Salisbury?
So Salisbury steak, it's a hamburger steak. So basically, it's a hamburger essentially
Yeah.
with like a mushroom gravy on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's essentially what Salisbury steak is.
Gotcha.
So like just make a hamburger with mushroom gravy on top, add in chopped onions. So it's like like chopped onions and maybe some bell peppers to the ground meat when you make your little hamburger. Mushroom gravy on top with some mashed potatoes on the side and some green
Okay.
beans.
I don't think Golden Corral was hitting that hard though.
Nah.
Not with their Salisbury
Well,
steak.
no, I mean I'm like
that's how you
making a
make
gourmet
it.
Salisbury
Yeah.
steak, but
Right.
Yeah, that's how you make it. Theirs is probably like out of a TV dinner
It's-
type.
That's what I'm
It's-
imagining.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
it's
Yeah.
cafeteria food.
Yeah,
Right.
It is.
Like-
You remember? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you remember like the furs or the lubies
Oh,
or the Golden Corral?
Lubies.
Yeah.
Lubies was
Yeah, that's
the
cafeteria
after church
food.
special.
That is the after church special.
Yes.
We actually went on Thanksgiving one year. I was like, why are
People
why
do.
are we here?
Golden Corral, there's a line right there
Yes.
every Thanksgiving.
I was like,
Hey,
why
now I
are we
will
here?
say
Crazy.
one thing
Yeah.
that somebody told me when I was working in the office that sounded like a decent idea.
All right, hit me.
Is Golden Corral does when you get food to go, they do it by the pound, so it's typically a
Oh,
little bit
yeah,
cheaper.
okay. All right.
There was a dude that sat next to me that would go and he would go in there and get steak, and he'd have them cook the steak for him and get it to go. So it's like I'm getting like fresh
genius.
cooked steak. It's cheaper than what I'm gonna buy at the store,
per
buying even
pound.
just steak. I know they're cooking it because they're cooking it in front of me the way I like it, and I'm getting it to go.
No
Now
way.
it may not be like the greatest cut of steak,
Yeah, no way.
but I'm
Right.
like, hey man, I see you're trying to like fix the system here. I'm not mad at it.
I got to know how
Right.
much he was paying for per pound, because you can go to the store and get a couple of bucks a pound and make a nice ribeye or T-bone.
From what I
Yeah.
understood, he was
know.
it wasn't that bad.
Ah man, I've had
At the time, I remember him
going.
going. I remember going. Hey man, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a grill, I can see
Yeah.
that being a
Even
decent
do it on the
idea.
stove.
Yeah.
Pan-seared steak is good.
I do cast iron, pan
Cast iron.
seared. Yep.
I'm like, that's what
So
they do in
good.
most restaurants anyway.
Yeah.
They do. Right. They don't do it on a grill.
So
Yeah,
good.
very rare do they do it on a grill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I killed a New York strip the other day with a cast iron pan seared. Oh,
So good.
so good, dude.
Yeah.
Killed
Oh,
it, bro.
man, hot take. Steak's
Yeah.
overrated.
No
Steak
way.
is overrated. It's overpriced.
It's overpriced.
overrated. So that's the thing is that
How
I
is
go
it overrated, bro?
when it comes to food, it's got to be worth the price. If it's not worth the price of admission, then I'm not about it. And most steak is just it's not worth the price that I'm paying, so I say it's overrated. I'm not. There's no reason to buy it.
I can't get behind
A
that.
ribeye, a fillet, a New York strip, a
what I mean by
T-bone.
overpriced is
Nah.
it's overpriced from the grocery store.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because I can go to a
But
Texas
overrated?
Roadhouse and get a
Yeah.
steak, and then for the same price go to Walmart and then have to do all the work and then do it right.
I'd rather
but
do
they
the
do
work
it
and do it
right.
right.
Me, I love Texas Roadhouse. They do it right.
I like Texas Roadhouse a lot.
They hook it up.
To me, it's like the only steakhouse in town.
The only one.
The only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's my favorite
But, like,
restaurant. in
Overrated, Joe?
Yeah,
I mean, and you're a cook,
overrated.
dude. You're a chef.
No.
Talk to me, man.
Let's
What's
do-
up?
So, like,
what's
I'd
going on?
What's
rather-
going on here?
When it comes to steak, like if I'm gonna do some sort of steak, I'd rather do skirt steak and just do which is fajita meat.
This dude's talking about
It's cheap.
pressed hamburger
And I'm
meat
not saying-
skirt steak, and then it's
He's trying to sell us on it.
No, this is the thing though. Like again, I
know.
don't think that steak is worth the price of admission. What? I just don't. I don't care what cut it is. Yeah, steak tastes good, but I'd rather spend that same amount of money and go get brisket.
brisket's good. But
I'd rather have brisket over steak all day long.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're putting side by side.
No, but I'm
brisket,
looking
I
at
wouldn't-
cost.
side by side.
Because
same
cost, I go, it's
Yeah.
it's a similar cost.
Yeah, I would.
that's why I
Side by
say I
side,
would
steak
go-
is better.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
that's where I would disagree.
That's a real hot take.
To me,
there.
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's why I said hot take.
That's
Like,
wild.
yeah, I'm like Larry's. When I'm at the restaurant and I have an option of brisket or steak, I'm going steak.
well, if you're at a restaurant that offers both, that's a fancy restaurant. I've never seen that on the menu.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Together,
you
but-
can go to a Mexican restaurant and get a brisket chimichanga or a steak chimichanga.
Well,
I
see,
want
so
the- I want the
this is
dirt,
where I would say
like the
that
steak.
is a little bit different. When I
Yeah.
say steak, I'm talking about like going to like a steakhouse and getting like a cut, like a fillet or something, like a cut of meat.
No, I think we're speaking different.
If you're
languages
saying
here
like
because-
chopped beef
Yeah.
or chopped
Yeah.
steak that you would get in like a burrito or like a taco or something, you're right. There's difference in like textural differences.
yeah,
Like one thing that I like to do is for chili, I like to do ground beef, and then I like to do like I'll get a ribeye and I'll cut it up into chunks because I like the textural differences. So like there are some things where I go, it's worth it to get the extra textural difference. But if I just want a steak and potatoes, I think that's overrated meal.
You're cutting up steak and putting it in chili, but yet you're not willing to. You're not
That's blowing
willing.
my mind,
I know,
too.
but yet you're not willing
That's
to
blowing my mind.
make a steak and a baked potato. I just
When you throw the steak in the chili, you lose everything
You-
that it stood for.
Do you really? Because it's tender meat.
Yeah,
What
you're
you-
just eating. Now it's just the texture. Now the flavor's gone.
steak-
Yeah, that's the
flavor
reason why I
is
do it is
chili.
for texture.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just eating
Yeah.
chili,
Joe.
chunky
So
chili.
when you eat a
and
steak,
that's worth the money to you than just eating the steak by itself.
yeah, I'll throw it in a chili.
Okay,
Oh.
Salisbury Daddy. I'm gonna start calling
Yeah.
calling this dude Salisbury.
No, I need to
buddy,
know.
I agree.
Hey, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
make you a
man.
Salisbury steak one day, and you're gonna go, man, this is a decent meal.
I think we need to make this guy a steak, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
make this guy a steak.
No, I've
It's-
had
and-
good steak that is. I mean, I'm not saying it's not enjoyable. It's an enjoyable experience, but
It
I
is.
don't think it's worth. Like I keep saying, I just don't think it's
yeah,
worth the money.
price-
That's why I say it's overrated. I'm not saying
I
it's
don't
not
know.
good. I'm not saying it's
Right,
not good.
right.
It's just overrated. It's not as good as everybody says it is. I will say another hot take.
Okay.
I don't think barrel-aged beer is as good as everybody says it is. I think it's overrated.
Yeah, I've kind of come to the. I used to
Really?
like barrel aged.
It's too sweet. It's too rich. It's too high in ABV. I can't have a conversation
it's
and
starting
have
to
two
try
of
to
them.
cross over to liquor. It's like
So I'm
it
like-
almost
That's a good
tastes like
point.
liquor now.
This is
Yeah.
the same thing that I'm not saying it's not good. It's good, but it's not as good as everybody says it is. When you ask the stereotypical country man, they want a steak that's medium rare, and I go,
well,
cool.
hell yeah, and they should.
And I'm like, yeah. I
I
go,
would
is that
agree.
what I
That's the
want
right
for
way.
my
I would
last
agree, yeah.
meal? No, I don't want a steak for my last meal.
What do you want for your last
Salisbury.
meal?
That's what Salisbury wants.
I mean,
What do you want for
there's
your
a.
last meal?
I mean, my
Corral
favorite
Salisbury.
food of
He's done said it.
Yeah.
no, my
Joe.
favorite food of all time is tamales.
Tamales
Like
are
I'll
good.
do tamales all day. Like I can crush a dozen tamales right now, like not even thinking about it.
Yeah, me too.
I like tamales, but
Like
for your
it's my
last
favorite
meal,
thing. Like it's my favorite meal of all time. Like what is your favorite meal of all time?
Well,
It's a hard one. What do you got?
I'm going with steak. All the steak talk.
Yeah,
I'm going with a good.
steak's good. It's making me want one right
yeah,
now.
I want a steak
No.
right now.
Larry's I think would be steak, maybe with a side of crab.
I would do
Oh.
crab as my favorite.
Okay,
Crab?
Altogether,
really?
Yeah,
Your
crab,
favorite?
like crab legs.
Yeah.
See, and that's another one where I just don't think it's worth the price.
Such a
I'd
delicacy.
rather. I mean, I like
Ah.
shrimp just as much as I like
Yeah, shrimp is good.
as much as I
You-
like.
I know you like shrimp.
I love shrimp.
I know.
But I'm
you
saying
do.
I like shrimp just as much. So like, I'd rather pay the
gosh.
price for shrimp than I would for crab because crab meat's more expensive.
Yeah, much more.
So like
don't know, man.
again, and I'm not
interesting.
trying to
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm just like there's certain things that I like. I also grew up on a lot of casseroles as a kid.
I did too.
There's a
yeah.
part of me that likes a casserole. Like
Oh, bro.
Come
I
on,
like
man.
trash food sometimes.
You just
I'm
like
sorry.
all the flavors mixed together. That's why you
That's
like
what
the
I'm
chili
seeing.
meat.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
what I'm. Yeah, a good. Listen, nothing wrong with a good chili. I mean, we've done the chili.
I like
cook-off
chili,
and
but I don't even want to put steak in it
ribs.
because I feel
I
like
don't
it
want-
wastes
yeah,
my steak.
I agree.
Really.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need it.
Steak is a
Hamburger
delicacy,
meat.
bro. Yeah, put hamburger meat in the chili.
No, so this is the thing is that I go if I'm gonna make a meal, I want to make that meal as good as I can possibly make it. Not
disagree
putting the chili, not putting
with
the steak in it is
steak
not
and
making
chili,
it
though.
better. So like I've even tried, like you can go buy like, and it's usually some shit part of the cow like
Yeah,
like a
like-
cube steak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, it's some shit part of the cow. It's not as tender. It doesn't taste as good when you put it in the chili. It doesn't render down the right way. Pardon me. It's just a bad cut.
Yeah.
So like I did it once where I bought a ribeye and I cut that thing up and I go, dude, I will never do anything else again. This is the best way to do a chili all
Dude,
day
this
long.
is blowing my mind right now. He thinks that was value add.
It was.
Putting the ribeye in the chili,
I gotta-
but eating the ribeye by itself is a rip. Can you believe this guy? He wants to put chili seasoning powder on
But do you-
meat, and then,
but
and then all of a
also-
sudden it's worth the
I
value.
will say the way he was describing it, it sounded great.
It's good, but it's like
But I think he's
No, but I'll
taking-
also say
yeah.
say this, okay?
I'm
so
on
you
Larry's
get
side
like
on
a
this, but-
10-ounce steak,
okay.
okay? 10-ounce steak and a baked potato, that's one meal for you, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, I get a 10-ounce steak and I make chili out of it. That chili, especially because I'm a single guy, that chili's going to last me 3 or 4 days. So I'm getting more value out of it.
You're decreasing the value on the steak. You're adding value to something else.
I'm adding value to
Right.
the chili,
Value to
which is
something
prolonging it, which goes, this is 4 meals now versus one meal.
it's
So
where
now
you
I
putting
don't
your
mind spending the money on it.
yeah.
When I'm sitting down and eating a steak that cost me $14 and I'm sitting down and eating one meal, I'm just like, is it really worth the $14
All right,
that I
see
spent
where
on
you
that
put the
steak?
value though. He's talking about like extending the meal, kind of like adding value to.
I know I'm blowing your mind right now,
There's a lot
Larry.
of conflicts here.
Yeah, there
He's
is.
talking about quantity over quality.
Yes,
but then he's talking about having the best quality when he cooks. There's conflict.
Yeah,
He's like, when I
that's
make
true.
chili,
can't
it has to be the
reconcile.
best
Yeah.
possible thing.
I'm not. I can't
However,
reconcile
when
this.
I'm making steak, I want it to go as far as it'll go.
Yeah,
No.
there's a
steak
rub. There's a
has-
rub
Yeah,
there.
there's a rub there.
Yeah.
No,
What
it's-
I
it's-
feel is
no,
that
there's a
I
nice
feel like
balance.
you love chili more than you love steak.
I would probably say that.
That's a sin.
So no,
Yeah.
it's like a Venn diagram. Okay, there's a Venn
Oh
diagram.
my God,
There
we're doing
is-
Venn
Okay,
diagrams.
Kamala.
So no, shut up. No, it goes price. It goes quality, quantity, and then it meets in the middle. That's where I want it to be, in the middle.
Yeah.
How you not selling us on this?
Yeah,
Joe?
dude. I've
No.
heard the best of Venn diagrams from Kamala Harris, and they've never won me over with a single Venn diagram.
You know, you're making me never want to talk about Venn diagrams ever again. Now
Don't ever bring up
Look
Venn
into it.
diagrams.
She talks about Venn diagrams with every speech.
Yes.
I don't
She
know
has a-
anything about this.
She has
so.
a team who puts
Look it
together
up,
Venn
dude.
diagrams for her.
Yes, she
It's
does.
hilarious.
Go ahead.
So we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. That's
Yeah, okay.
okay.
All right.
It's a hot take for a reason.
Oh,
Everybody can roast me and say Joe's an idiot that he doesn't like steak.
Joe.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just not the best thing in the world.
Yeah, not that you don't like it, but you're into like, $10 at Golden Corral with the Salisbury hitter.
I've already told you I don't like buffets. The idea of a buffet is disgusting.
Okay.
It is.
All right.
Even before COVID, like, just kids are gross. And you
Kids
know how
are
many
gross.
kids just go up there?
Do you
and
remember that chocolate fountain though? At
Ooh,
at
the
Golden
fondue,
Corral? The
yeah.
I've
fondue?
only heard of it. I've never seen it in like action.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I've seen it on the
man.
commercials all the time, but then I never saw it in like
Yeah,
live action.
they had an actual chocolate fountain there.
Yeah.
Fondue. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and you know how
Really
many
good.
kids were doing this and just hand,
I didn't even care.
fist deep and just getting it in their hands? Like,
Yeah,
nah.
Fondue's weird.
Yeah.
I like fondue, but I mean, I'm not like a biggest fondue person, but I like the cheese.
It's pretty
fondue.
cool, yeah.
I like the
The-
cheese.
I've
one.
never had the
the
cheese one.
experience is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it once. I go again. Another thing that I don't think is worth the price, but I go. It was a fun experience to experience
But
once.
that's part of the prize is the experience. You're rating. You're lumping it all together.
Dang, dude, I'm starting
You're
to
a
think I'm
simple
cheap.
guy because when you go to a nice fondue place, you
Right.
get to try a variety of cheeses.
Okay,
You get to try
yeah.
a variety of meats.
Let Larry
you get to
sell you on
saute
this.
these things, and you
Yes.
get to taste them for the way they were created.
No, we went to a place in Austin called I think it's called the Melting Pot.
I've been there.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, it was a fun experience. I go, this is great. Take a lady out, do it once or twice. But I'm
Sure.
like, I'm not going to make this a regular occurrence.
No, it
Okay.
is expensive.
This isn't something I'm going to do all the time. This is going to be a very like rare, like special occasion.
Can I ask you this?
And
though?
I will do it for the experience. I don't mind paying for an experience.
Right.
I don't mind doing that. Steak isn't an experience.
Was this on a first date though? I'm just asking.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't go there on a
Because I
first
can
date at all.
understand.
no.
I heard a second date update the other day, and he was
A
like,
first date, you're
like-
setting the bar high.
that's
All
what-
I'm
yeah.
doing is crushing it
really?
after
He's
he's
that.
like, listen, I'm not taking you out to spend a whole lot of money on a first date. I need to get to know you.
No, 'cause then you're gonna expect that
Essentially,
all
you
the
gotta
time.
earn it, and then she's gonna expect it all the time.
I'm not being
So I'm
authentic if I
asking,
spend that kind of money
is
up
that
front.
kind of where we're rating the value in this?
Mm.
You know, the experience, it's not,
When it comes to dating, I go, the best thing, and I'm not saying I'm good at this at all. I'm terrible at it, but it's to be as authentic as possible.
okay.
And if I'm taking a lady out to an expensive, fancy restaurant, that's not me being authentic. That's me trying to
impress.
impress. And I'm like, am I going to be able to keep up this charade? No, because that's not who I am. I'm not the kind of person that goes and has these kinds of meals all the time.
yeah.
So, like, as dumb as this sounds, and this is going to sound real stupid because I'm sure you guys don't like this place, but I'm like,
Golden
like a Buffalo
Corral.
Wild Wings or like a like an Olive Garden or something that I would go to more often.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
again, you're right. I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
He's a simple man.
So where's your first date spot?
Ooh, man, you put me on the spot right now.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just curious. Buffalo Wild
yeah.
Wings, or would you say?
I mean, I've taken
Olive
ladies
Garden?
out to like barbecue, which people say don't do because they get messy.
Okay,
I'm
don't
like, that's
do
how
it.
you really get to know somebody if they're gonna dive deep into this barbecue or not.
Yeah. So
Well, you're gonna put them on like self-conscious. You don't want to put them on self-conscious.
Yeah, I didn't do that on
That's
purpose.
true. You wanna be
It happened to
thoughtful of
work
the
out
other
the one
person.
time I did it,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I don't recommend it like that or Mexican food. I wouldn't recommend.
well, I was gonna go Mexican food. So
Really,
I'm
that's
coming.
just you're wanting that girl to get bubble guts around you.
Well,
Hey.
but but you got to hear me out though. Like I'm looking to impress on the first dates.
Yep.
You know, so I'm coming in with presentation. That I'm not,
And then you throw in Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant. Okay.
yes.
So tell me how that's the presentation's there.
well, so I feel like it's kind of like location. I think they're
Okay.
again, you know me. I'm kind of big on venue. I'm rating kind of like drinks. How are the drinks? How is the
Yeah.
food? I'm thinking like Mexican Sugar, Shops of Legacy. You've got 150 different types of tequila on tap.
the nice,
The nice,
Mexican.
the nice Mexican,
Yeah.
upscale, a little upscale.
Yeah.
I'm not talking maybe brass tap, something a little high end, but kind of low key as well. Something.
Make sure to ask the right questions.
Questions are key.
With the date or at the restaurant?
Nah, and
Yeah, that's what I wanna know.
before the date,
Okay.
because I thought I had
okay.
great ideas.
So give
and
us a
then-
list of questions that we need
Well,
to
like
ask.
you have to.
Yeah.
The
Brian
biggest
needs
question
to ask.
is,
Yeah.
do you drink?
Yeah, I mean, you
Because
could
if
ask
they
those
say
questions.
no, and because if I go, hey, I think I have a great idea. Let's go here. Let's get brunch. Happens to be at a brewery. Let's get brunch at a brewery.
Breweries
and then
have
she
great
says
brunch,
that she
by the way.
doesn't drink
They
when
go
she
to
gets
first
there, and
base.
it's like,
or third
well,
base, whatever.
why
it's
did
called.
you say it was cool to go to this place to get brunch? And you don't want to, because I ran into this once
Mm.
where I took a girl to a brewery to get brunch. She didn't get anything to drink. She didn't eat. It was like so awkward. I'm like,
Oh,
why
she
did
just
you
wanted to
accept to
socialize.
like?
Oh.
Why did you say it was cool to go to this place and get brunch when you didn't want to do any of this? It was real weird and real awkward.
The real question is, why is it an issue that she's not eating or drinking?
Well, because I want to get a drink and I want to get something to eat, and then it's real weird that I'm eating in front of her and she's not. It's just kind of awkward. Sit in front of somebody and have a conversation while they're eating and you're not.
Well, don't eat then. If she's not eating,
Yeah,
I
if
would just
she's-
get a
yeah.
drink. Just get a beer and hang out with her.
yeah, even then I
Yeah.
thought it was weird
Oh man.
because I'm drinking and you don't want to, and it goes, "Do you not drink at all?" I go, "Not that that's a problem, but I
Yeah.
like to have a cocktail
Well,
or I
if
like
you-
to have a
yeah,
beer."
if you drink a beer and you go to a brewery, then drink a beer. And then if she's like, that's a deal breaker, then it's like the writing was on the wall when you invited her
That's
to
a
the
good
brewery.
point.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's a good
So you
point.
just go on with like business as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
I
tried to
wouldn't
not
eat
make it a
because
big
it is
deal.
weird to be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah.
like crunching. I would
Yeah.
feel weird about that.
I would feel
like-
weird about that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's a
was.
good point. You
Like
gotta-
the whole thing was awkward, but
Kind
yeah.
of know your audience. Figure out who you're taking out.
For
I
sure.
guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't try to impress because I can't keep up that charade.
No, I realize that, but it's at the
And I don't
same
know if I call
time.
it a
I listen
charade,
to a
but-
lot of second date updates on the radio, and it's just like these guys are they try so little to impress,
Right.
and when they get rejected because they didn't try at all, then they're upset about it, and it's just like, well, hey, listen, I mean, I don't know. I hear a lot of just conflicting stories on the radio about this.
Wait, so there's a radio station that goes over second date
Yeah,
updates?
so it's-
Tell me about this.
Yeah, so it's 96.3 KSCS. It's a country radio station. They have second date update.
Oh, they still have that
every
radio
mo-
station.
every
I've
Dang.
never heard
morning.
of this. Okay.
And so one person will there will be a couple that'll go on a date,
okay.
and somebody won't get a call back for a second date.
Okay.
So they'll call the radio station in and be like, "Hey, had a great time. Here's what happened. Can you help me? Can you call this person and help me get a second date?"
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
they don't give them all the details. Usually there's some reason why they didn't get a second date, but they
So-
don't tell the DJ about it.
And the DJ calls the
And
lady
the DJ
and
calls,
she confesses.
yes, and she's like, "Oh, the date was terrible," or vice versa. Here's what happened,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, well, all you had to do was blah blah blah," and the guy gets really defensive. Now there have been cases where the guy's like super humble. He's like, "Oh man, I didn't even realize that was a situation."
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like, "I'd love to take you out again," and sometimes it happens. But so I hear a lot of these stories where it's just like, you could have
That's
done things
wild.
way different. I don't
Yeah.
know. So anyway.
Honestly wanted to like experience a date with you. Not me on a date,
Just
but
be
you
on-
guys
like,
on
yeah,
a
just be-
date, and then you guys tell me what happened, and then
Yeah.
I kind of like help tell you where things went
I
wrong.
think we might be able to pick up an episode or
remember-
two on that.
We've even
we were
talked
gonna
about
do an
having the
earpiece.
Like I kind of want to just see what's going
So
on in the
this
dating
is
world.
Yeah.
the biggest question is, what is your great first date idea?
I feel like just keep it simple. Like
Okay.
whatever you would normally
Like
do.
dinner and a
Yeah.
movie?
No, I wouldn't say a movie. A movie's too long where you're just sitting there watching
You
the
don't,
movie.
you
You're
can't,
not
you don't have an
talking.
opportunity to
Just
talk
talk
to
to
her.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will tell you one of my greatest first date experiences. We went out to eat, and she was like, "Hey, I have these tickets to this play." We went to an actual like play,
Okay.
Okay.
and which would be similar to like a movie, okay?
Right.
And we got to know each other at the dinner. Went to the play, and it was one of those things where like I remember being like super nervous,
Okay.
like nervous just to like reach over and hold her hand.
Okay.
And then like cool, started holding hands, started cuddling in the middle of the play. So it's an opportunity to have a lot of those like non-verbal like interactions while
Yeah.
like trying to like check to see if this person is feeling you as much as you're feeling them.
Okay.
So I don't think that a movie is necessarily a bad idea. After dinner, where you
After
get to know
dinner.
them first.
Yeah.
Just a movie sounds real weird. Like
yeah, just the movie's weird.
Yeah, and I've been in that situation.
like
where
just a movie. It's like, so
yeah.
we're gonna, hey, you want to go on a date and not talk to each other, get to know each other?
Yeah,
Right.
I've been in that situation before. It's not a good look.
Like I think it's good to
Yeah.
do it after something. I wouldn't say do movie and then dinner because that sounds awful as well.
Mm-hmm.
But afterwards, I don't think it's the worst idea. But this is coming from a guy that's single. So married lady, tell me
Married
what's up.
lady.
Go ahead, bro.
Married guy, I should
Yeah,
say.
talk to us, bro.
I mean,
The guy that's married, I should say.
the
Sorry
guy
about
that's
that.
married though has the smallest experience dating.
Well, I just feel like you want to get to know a person. Like,
Right.
I don't think you have an opportunity of like, watching a play which is fine, or a movie. It's again, it's good, but you want to be engaged. You want to kind of feel each other out. Take her to do something you want to do. Let her take you to do something she wants to do.
right.
Kind of bring each other in on y'all's like normal daily lives.
Yeah,
Or,
that's
you know,
what I
what you
feel. I
enjoy,
feel like
you know.
you're probably talking to her on the phone or something before.
Yeah, get to know her a little
Before
bit
the date,
Yeah.
so then you're kind of
Then you
figuring
find
out what she's into.
Jinx.
Boom, you
Yeah.
find out what she's into,
Yeah.
and then you do
Yeah.
one of those things because you're like, "Hey, tell me about it." It's like
Yes, I
there's no
wanna
way
know.
you don't have something to
Because you
talk about,
genuinely want to know about this girl.
or you're just like, "This is your thing." The conversation shouldn't be so awkward.
100%.
You know what I mean?
You can pick up those little cues of like, okay, what do you do during the day? Do you know what are you into? Where did you grow up? There's little things like that you can kind of pick up on.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
So I don't know. Figure out what she likes to do. Take her to do it, or you know what is key. What I found out recently, take her to do something that she has never done before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teach her to do something. And she
Okay.
will be like, "Oh my God, you just
I got a
I
great
don't know.
date.
I've been on
idea.
Yeah.
a lot of bad
Teach-
dates, so it's all depending on like the weather. If it's too hot outside, don't go
See,
outside.
don't worry about it. Don't
No,
worry
because
about
I've done stuff outside
Yeah,
when it's
outside's
hot, and
hot.
then we're just sitting out here
Well,
sweating our asses off, and like,
I get that.
like
Little
we're not
things
having
like
fun
that,
at all.
but,
And I'm just like, okay, this was a bad idea.
Teach her how to do something. Get into her. Figure out her daily life. Did you
Yeah.
have something?
Yeah, I got a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women love to craft. You go to a local thrift store, you find some vans, boom, make vandals. Vandal dates.
No.
Yes.
I'm still not sold on the vandals, dude. I can't do anything
and
outside
then
with
then
vandals.
you put the vandals on and you wear them. And then boom.
All right. So Larry's just trying to
Make
be funny.
Cook a
Nah,
steak.
that is funny.
Cook a steak and throw it in chili.
Yeah, cook a steak. Yeah. Cook a steak and
Take her to Golden
right
Corral.
before she eats it, you go, and then you grab it and you toss it into a thing of chili. Then you make her.
You're not
eat the
adding
chili.
value.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, I
offend her.
will say it's not a. I would say it's maybe not a great first date idea,
Okay.
but a date idea in general
Cook
is
together.
cooking
Yes, cook
together.
together.
Yeah, cooking.
100%.
Like if she says it's cool to come over and she's gonna come out on the first
Yeah.
date, that seems weird to come over to your house on a first
Yeah,
date.
you got to get past that.
But if
gotta
you
get
get past that,
Yeah,
and
what's
you're,
weird? You're always with this weird business. Like, that's weird. This is weird.
well, would you consider it weird for somebody to say, "Yeah, sure, I'll come over to your house"?
No,
and
you
then
got to
cook for
you
you,
got
or
to get
have
to
you
know
cook
the
for
girl
'em?
first.
I mean, how
yeah.
many people have I met and then they come over to my house for dinner? It's not weird.
Well,
Well, yeah,
you're
you're
talking
talking
about
like-
first date.
Yeah, you're not
though.
on a date
You
with
know.
No, but it's still a date. It's like, I don't know anything about this person. They're just going to come over and it's going to be awkward, but we're going to hang out and eat dinner.
I mean,
It's kind of a date.
Yeah,
know?
you got to kind of take the girl out, get to know her, let her be
I think
comfortable.
it's different because
Yeah,
like
let her feel comfortable around you.
Now,
'Cause, I
granted,
mean,
this
you know.
isn't what I'm trying to do, but like when a woman says you invite them over to, like if I invite a woman over to my house, she has certain expectations. Oh, I'm going over to their
Does
house.
she?
What do we do at their house? I would think that most women do. Granted, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I
maybe
feel
I'm
like you would
thinking too
you
much
would have
into
the
it.
same expectations of getting an invitation to her house as well.
I would. It's like if you're inviting me over to your house, what do you invite me over to your house for?
See
For
where
the
he's going with
date.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking too much into it.
What do you invite me to Topgolf for? What are you trying to make me a pro golfer? You know what I mean? Like, you could read into things every single date. You could read into.
Saying. I get what take to get to know her a little bit, and then invite her over.
No, the inviting over to the house, I think, is like the end of the night thing.
Right,
Like that's where things are like, you know, why are you inviting me to your house at the end of the night after the date's over? That I get, but like from the get go, like, hey, do you just want to come over and I can cook dinner and we can hang out?
See the way you pitch it.
See,
yeah,
in
it's
the past,
normal. It's like, do you want to just do normal stuff?
Yeah.
Why does that have to be weird?
I mean,
and if she's weirded out by it, she'll tell you and be like, okay, I understand.
Like, I don't feel comfortable
I wasn't trying
with
to be
that.
like that, but I understand if you feel uncomfortable
See,
about
I can
it.
see
Let's
the
go do something
genuine.
else. You want to go to the library?
Authenticity behind that.
What's up? They
The
got free
library?
books. They got tablets for kids now. You want to go play on the kids' tablets? They got phone chargers.
Juxtaposed of coming over to the library.
Hey, you got to go the opposite whenever when they take offense to things.
when they get real weird with
no,
it.
that's not at all what I meant.
Hey, how about Chuck E. Cheese?
I meant about reading books.
Whoa,
Yeah,
make
Chuck
it
E.
real
Cheese.
weird. Chuck E. Cheese.
But anyway, yeah, for
I don't
log
think you're allowed
on.
to go to Chuck E. Cheese unless you bring kids.
No, you're
Yeah,
not. They
hit-
won't let you in without
Hit
a
us
kid.
up for more dating tips. We got you.
Like, we need more dating tips. It
Yeah.
seems like. So yeah, so you're saying that I need to quit thinking that things are awkward.
Yeah,
and
Quit
being
don't
the
so
word
overthink
weird.
it.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah,
this
don't
is
overthink
weird.
it.
Everybody's going to think different things are weird. Every single person.
Yeah, and who
he
cares?
thinks it's weird. What I think is weird. We're talking about socks. Everything's weird.
Socks, Vans.
So you can't just
know,
constantly live a
steak and
life of
chili.
like, oh, this is so weird. It's like, no, just do the normal thing. And
I
if
like
somebody
that.
thinks it's weird, then just be like, okay, I wasn't trying to be weird, but we'll do something else and
Yeah.
move on from it.
Cool. I like that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
do.
We just try to avoid the awkwardness. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
It's okay
weird.
to be a
That's
little
weird.
awkward. It's
It
okay.
is-
Yeah.
yeah.
Trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Try to avoid being awkward. Yeah, and I'm awkward a lot. It seems like. Yeah.
Nah. Embrace it, brother.
Yeah.
I used to be
Embrace it.
really awkward. And, I mean, I still am, I feel. But I still, like, people in public, you know what I mean? It's an awkward thing. I never know what to say. I'm not good at small talk. So do you know what I do?
You embrace the silence.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, how's it going, man? All right, cool. And then I move on. Done. Both of us feel good about ourselves now.
You feel
We
great about
addressed
it.
each other. There's no weirdness.
Not at all.
I saved us. I'm like a freaking
Oh, I see
superhero.
somebody
You
in
are a
public that
superhero.
I'm not like close with. I avoid them.
Yeah,
What?
that's
Oh,
weird.
I'm like
Because
Larry.
then you're
I'm
stuck in this
embracing
weird
it.
position where you
Yeah,
have
I'm
to keep
embracing it.
avoiding.
And then it's done. You're like, oh, hey, this guy's really cool.
Yeah, how you been,
Or,
man?
you know,
Like, I mean,
hey,
if I
man.
see you guys in public, I'm gonna say what's up.
Oh,
but if
yeah,
I
yeah,
see like
yeah.
a random coworker in public, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna pretend I don't see him.
Do you know
keep
what's
going.
weird is the awkward like nod walking down the hallway. Like
Oh,
one
yeah,
person's
yeah.
coming out of the bathroom, you're going into the bathroom, and it's like, oh hey,
Yeah.
that's what's weird.
Really?
Everything else is fine. Just
I embrace
it.
My neighbor doesn't want to talk to me, and I know it.
That
So
is
then-
weird.
All
So
right.
then I'm just like, hey, what's up, dude? All right, cool.
Hey, when you coming over?
There,
I'm cooking steaks
glad I
and
made
throwing
you
in
feel
chili.
good. Now you don't have to feel weird. I'm like rescuing him.
Now,
I'm doing him a favor.
does he respond?
Yeah.
Like,
Once
like
I say
a nod or
something,
something.
he goes, "Oh hey, oh, there you are." You know,
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey,
had
As
no
long as he
idea I was
responds.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he
it's-
doesn't respond, then it's like,
No,
hey
he-
man, what's up? Oh, you didn't? Okay, cool. I'm just saying, what's up to
That's
nobody?
what's weird. It's like, hey, hey, you didn't see me.
Like,
okay.
Oh,
okay, this
yeah.
guy's really avoiding me right now. All right.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
And whenever you try
you
to
get
tell
rock
like,
starred.
imagine if I started saying something to you and then you started talking to him.
Yeah.
And then I have to sit here like this.
Dude, I've been in that
And then I
situation.
tried a second time. I'm like, hey, now I can never bring it up again. I tried twice. Other people might have
I
heard me.
do that all
I'm
the time.
only trying once,
I
not
do
twice.
that all the time. Because I'm talking to 9 different people at the
Right.
same time.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah. That by the way, really? Are you okay? Yeah, I do that all the
Yeah,
time at work.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of
it
here.
happens, bro. Hey man,
Well, guys,
good stuff tonight.
Like Saint Arnold,
yeah,
Deep Ellum, both Texas breweries, they both killed it tonight.
Yeah. Texas coming in hot.
I appreciate you guys coming out,
Anytime,
Wrecking
dude.
Crew,
Yeah,
doing it
Wrecking Crew
again.
back in the house. Yeah.
So yeah, man, make sure to follow these guys, Saint Arnold and Deep Ellum online, but follow us as well at _Dudes and Brews. We're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool.
We appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Dudes and Brews. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Dudes and Brews. We would love if you would subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to help us out just a little more, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, all of the subscribing and resubscribing and stuff, but it helps in these little algorithms games for like climbing the charts, because again, we are organic And we are where we are because of you guys.
Yeah, we really do appreciate your support. Shout us out. We really do love it when you guys interact with us, when you add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff, all the stuff the kids are doing. We like grabbing that stuff and we put it up for you guys. So we appreciate you so much. Keep having fun, drinking them brews, hanging with them dudes. Tune in next week for another episode of Dudes and Brews.